What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak your mind, sports talk. All right, check it out, guys. We're talking the boxing and the UFC aftermath for this weekend. Bro, we had a lot of action this weekend. Boxing and UFC. Hey, y'all let me know if the noise too loud out there because I'm sitting in my car and shit. At the laundromat. I broke my damn washing machine. Now I gotta go buy another one, but until then, I gotta come to the damn laundromat, which I hate. But anyway, I'm sitting in my car and I got the window open, so just let me know if it get too loud in the background. But man, I was just watching fight action all weekend, well, all Saturday. You know, great fights. Shit, we're gonna talk about all of it. The PBC card, great card. There's gonna be a lot of people hating on the PBC card, but shout out to my man, Mr. Two Hands. He kept it a buck. You know what I mean? I just got off of his live. I think he might still be live. But Mr. Two Hands kept it a buck. About this PBC card. Look, I don't like the way the PBC move no more than anybody else, but that might be the best card this year. Because to tell y'all the truth, I can't see Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN, Golden Boy. I can't see them putting on a better card than that one. I can't see it. If they do, it would be great for us, but I don't know. That's going to be a tough card to beat. Marco Raider, what's up with your fam? He said, why is everyone so impressed with Jermell beating Chinko? Chinko's lost. See, Barker, we can't start that. That's the type of stuff like, I'm going to dispel all of that right now, Barker Raider. The Reverend Chinko was considered a top 5 guy. Like, we cannot demand that these guys fight in the top 5. Barker Raider, do you know how many people that had the Reverend Chinko winning this fight? So when a guy is in a fight with a guy who's supposed to be able to beat him, that's what you want to see. When the guy's in a fight with a top 5 guy in that division, that's what you want to see. Now you can say what you want to say about the Reverend Chinko, but is he not considered the top 5 guy at 160? So it's like, I know we don't like the PBC. I know Barker Raider, you over anything don't like the Charlos. But when they deserve respect, bro, give them respect. Because that's the same thing that you guys holler about when it comes to Canelo. I'm a Canelo fan, and I hear it all the time. They don't want to give Canelo respect. We got to start to give these guys respect for boxing, the sport of boxing, regardless if we like them or not, bro. We got to be honest about this stuff. Charlo deserves respect for beating the Reverend Chinko, Barker Raider, and how he beat the Reverend Chinko. You know how many people said the Reverend Chinko's just going to come in there and take it to Charlo's body, work him down, stop him in the end? And now we're going to say, why is everyone so impressed with Jermall beating the Reverend Chinko? Come on, man. Jermall beat him in impressive fashion. And Barker, if you can't see that, over Jermall, though. Let's be honest, he beat the Reverend Chinko much better than Jermall Charlo did, Barker. Right or wrong? Like, be honest with it, fam. What's up, Soccer Training Club? What's good? Coco Tyler, MXBC in the building. Oh, what up, B? That was a great night of boxing. I did a 24-hour live stream, but didn't make it all the way. That's a hard stream to do, bro. But shout out to you. I don't know how many hours you made, but man, good stuff. Good stuff. Julio Chavez Sr. won his fight. His son lost again. Yeah, and even worse, his old father, his fight was better. Like, it was a better fight. And then Chavez Jr. quit again. Worst of all, he quit against a domestic level fighter this time. Not a Danny Jacobs. This dude, Rosario, was a domestic level fighter. And Chavez Jr. is a disgrace, man. He just need to hang the gloves off. Iceman in the building. What's good? Ralph. What up, Ralph? What's good with your fam? My man G Boogie in the building. What's up, G Boogie? Say the hardest working man in the YouTube land. Be the Godfather Jefferson. I appreciate you, fam. Give Jermall his credit. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you. Walker Ray to come in here right off the back. Snatching credit from Jermall, man. We have to give credit to Charlo for beating Chinko. But we're not saying Canelo left. Hell no. I still say I just said that on shout out to my brother IBFP Boxing. He was doing Raw this morning, and I jumped in there at the ass in. And I said that there, like, I'm not trying to hear that Canelo garbage. Like, you give him his respect, he did well, but to start talking Canelo, carry that on, bro. That fight didn't say to me that he beats Canelo. Not at all. I'm with you on that, Carlos Mendoza. Martin Ramos in the building. Was good with your fam. I said, shout out to the Charlo brothers for a great card. Yeah, respect, bro. Respect. Yeah, man. Those guys, they did a good job. Let me drop this link in the chat for y'all, man. At this damn laundry mat. Broke my washing machine, guys. I was moving it, and I let loose of it, man. And that motherfucker went tumbling down the steps. I was like, oh damn! I cut that thing. I was like, vroom, vroom. I just paid for the set too. The dryer's still good, but I broke my damn washing machine, so now I'm at the laundromat. One good thing about the laundromat, which I don't like going to the laundromat, but one good thing about the laundromat is you can get all the loads done at once. It is what it is. Uh, Hold on, guys. Put this link in the chat real quick for anybody who want to come kick it about this action this weekend. Also, man, for all you UFC fans in here, also, hey man, that card was masterful. Great card. Dana White did it again, which Dana White, he been doing this since the COVID-19 situation came out. Dana White been putting on good shows, and he didn't let down again, man. Um, that damn Izzy boy, Israel Adesanya is a beast, man. He's a beast because I thought Paulo Costa would put up a much better fight than that, but man, he just controlled the fight. Put Paulo Costa on the temple, got him to the ground and pound, put him away. And Paulo Costa's good, but that just lets you know how dangerous Israel Adesanya is and just how good he is. Like, bro, that dude did it. He did it up that night. Can't take nothing away from Israel Adesanya on last night's fight. What's up, Martin?
What's good, D? What's going on?
Same old, man. Just want to talk about last night's action. We had a whole lot of it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that was a hell of a body shot.
Bro, in between fights, I had both events up on my other laptop. So I had UFC up, and then of course I was mostly on boxing because I was doing live commentary on the Charlo card. But in between the fights, I would switch back. You know what I mean? And catch some UFC action, and then make sure that I was back for the start of the fight, right? But bro, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if you got a chance to see that fight, Martin, but that Izzy fight, man, he just like he dominated Paulo Costa, man. He dominated. You still there, Martin? Oh, I don't know. Can y'all hear me out there in the chat? Let me get some shout outs to everybody up in the building. Martin up here. Dead Kyle, what's good with your Dead Kyle? Dead Kyle in the building. Big up chat. Listen, Carlos made a segment last night, like they said they would. Yeah. Yeah, they did, bro. They both made a statement. Canelo still hurts Charlo, but again, anything can happen in boxing. Yeah, but the Reverend Tinkle, he hurt Charlo to the body. That's when Charlo was hurt the most. And Canelo Alvarez is just so much more of a body puncher, better technique. He hits harder to the body, so I can see him causing Jermall Charlo real problems to the body because that's where the Reverend Tinkle hurt Jermall Charlo, and Jermall Charlo,
Yeah,
I mean, the Reverend Tinkle's not a better body puncher than Canelo.
D.
Yeah.
I might have missed something because I think either you dropped off or it was me.
No, I think you dropped
Like,
off because I couldn't hear you anymore.
nah, well, something with the internet maybe.
Could have been both of us too, but what up, Freddie G? My man Freddie in the building.
Well, the Charlos, man,
Yeah, yeah, man.
they did a
Yeah,
great job last night. That's all I can say. I mean, shout out to Jermell.
yeah, yeah, man. Both of them. I mean, Jamal. I was actually more impressed with Jamal last night. I knew Jamel was going to stop Jason Rosario. I kept telling everybody, like, I was telling everyone, Jason Rosario, he doesn't have enough for Jamal. He's not going to beat Jamal. So I knew that he was going to beat Jason Rosario. The question really was the Jamal Charlo fight, but he totally outboxed that the Reverend Chinko. And then shout out to my man on Rival Boxing Talking News, but he said 6'6", and then Charlo edged it or 7. I couldn't agree with that, bro. Like I had it 17-11, 117, 111, and a couple of the judges had it like right where I was. I don't think that fight was anywhere close to being even. 6'6", I couldn't see that at all. Everybody got their own opinion. I see why Canelo and GGG act like they don't see Charlo. No, you see why GGG act like he doesn't see Charlo. Freddie, that was the Reverend Chinkle, fam. That's not Canelo. And uh, Canelo not seeing Charlo because Charlo he hasn't done enough. Charlo needs to go unify now that he's proven himself against the Reverend Chinkle and make the fight worth the Canelo fight. Unification, just like his brother just did. His brother just fought for 3 belts last night. That's what Jamal Charlo need to do. Go unify like Jermell did. And then talk about Canelo. My son in the building, Monte. What's up? What's up? Oh, he had Adesanya stopping him in 3. I had 4, but now he stopped him in 2. Well, that's sweet, Freddie. Man, Israel the truth. I don't know if he can handle Bones, but I do think that he could go up to like heavyweight and compete. I do think that Israel can make that move. I'm not sure if he can handle Bones yet because John Bones Jones is longer and he knows how to counter and control a lot of stuff Iggy does. And um, let's get it straight. Israel Adesanya is a high-ranked kickboxer, Muay Thai. When it comes to grappling and wrestling, John Jones has the clean advantage on Israel Adesanya. And he's much stronger than Israel Adesanya. So I'm not too sure. And Jones got a chin. Because John Jones have taken some serious shots. So I'm not so sure Israel Adesanya ready for that John Jones work. And he get ready. He a heavyweight. So that just lets you know what John Jones is trying to compete. My son said, we can hear you. All right, cool, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, Canelo beats Charlo. I agree with that too. Freddie said, well, I'm ready to see it because Charlo punished Tinker last night. Yeah, man. He beat him good. I'll give you that. Like, everybody needs to stop doubting Charlo because he put on a performance against a top 5 opponent, and he did it well, too. He showed head movement, lateral movement. He was changing levels on the Reverend Chico. And I told everyone, all of these idiots out here keep talking about the Reverend Tinkle's just going to come inside, punish Charlo to the body, and stop him. And I'm like, what the hell do y'all think Charlo's going to be doing when the Reverend Tinkle does that? Just standing there letting him? I was like, Charlo's better from the outside. He's better at mid range. So Derevyanchenko's going to have a problem getting in there. And that's exactly what happened. Like, I don't know. Like, people hate Charlos or hate fighters, so they assess their
I
hate on how they're going to perform in the ring. Go ahead, Martin.
I think the Charlos did a both of them. They did a pretty good job behaving like boxer punches.
Man, let me turn my call
But
on. Turn the air on. These motherfuckers is loud. Go ahead, Martin.
yeah, they both behaved like real good boxer punches last night. It was a good performance because I noticed Jermell did a good job moving around the ring. He kind of like look, he did almost the same. He did the same thing with the Tony Harrison fight.
Yeah, yeah.
He moved around and he eventually walked the guy into you know a heavy punch and put him out. Did the same thing to Tony Harrison that same night. They fought.
You know, after the second round, Martin, I was calling that because Jason Rosario kept coming in and he had that right hand down. Every time he would throw that left hook, he had that right hand down. And I said, like people, I was
I was
telling him on the commentary, I said, Jermell Charlo's walking him into a punch. He's gonna walk him into a punch. So he dropped him twice. And then that body shot was kind of shaky. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know, man. I've never seen anybody that hurt from that type of body shot, but we just can't really determine how these guys are feeling. You know what I
yeah.
mean? When they
D,
take those kind of punches.
You ever been hit with a body shot?
Martin, I've been in over 150 fights, fam. I've
All
been hit
right.
with every shot you can think of.
Well, I've been hit with body shots, man. It's not a good thing, especially from a professional guy and a guy that could punch like Jermell.
Right,
You see, De La Hoya was when Hawkins hit him with that body shot. It looks like nothing, but that part of the body between the ribs and the liver, that when you get hit, you can't get up.
right, right.
You
And
know.
then I was saying this too, Martin, because uh I think it was Charles D. He kept talking about the fact that Rosario never had a full camp. You know, that was a complaint. And now that he had a full camp, he showed what he could do against J Rock. Well, with that same line of thinking, if he never really had a full camp, then how much work were they doing on his hardware down there?
Can
Like,
I say
these guys
something
got to
about?
build up that midsection, build the
Hmm.
muscle up so they can build hardware so that they can take these body shots. So if Jason Rosario never really had full camps, then how built up was his hardware down there? You know what I mean? So the
My
body
thing,
shot might have hurt him much more than the average boxer because he won't build up downstairs like he was supposed to be.
my thing with the full camp story is this. I think the what they meant is that they never had a full camp as far as they couldn't afford good sparring. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they never had great sparring in the camps. I guess they were just training. That's what they meant. Because it's
Yeah,
impossible to not have a full camp and fight. It was just training in the gym. Like,
yeah. I mean, I agree, bro. But like, I'm with you on that. But I just kept hearing that they never had a full camp. They never had a full camp, and all of this. You know how guys make excuses, but I'm like,
uh,
whatever, bro. I didn't see no way like with Jamal Charlo, I was willing to accept that the Reverend Chinko could beat him, before this fight. But I kept telling everyone, Jamal Charlo's gonna knock Rosario out, bro. Like, I was super confident about that one.
yeah,
Wasn't I Jose Yepes? Wasn't I confident about that Jose Yepes? What I tell you about them damn Charlos, Jose?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you were. But I also had Charlo winning. I had him two winning. So you weren't the only one.
yeah, but you driving a CRV?
What's up?
You driving a Honda CRV?
Oh no, it's my wife's car. It's a Chevy Equinox.
Oh, the steering wheel look like like a CRV. That's what I thought.
It's one of them Chevy, and I'm a Chevy guy, bro. That's all I drive. For Chevy
Okay.
family, I got myself a
What hap-
truck, and this is my wife's car.
What
Yeah,
happened to D?
D, first of all, what's up? And yeah, that was a congratulations to the Charlos. But let's get ready to hear all the Charlo fanboys come in and talking
No,
about they're the number one pound for pound.
Yeah. I already heard some of that silliness from those guys talking pound for pound and all of this nonsense. Like you know that these, especially the LBBC, you know that they're gonna take this overboard. They're gonna take the Lomachenko fight
so
overboard.
D, what you rank on? You don't rank on Jermell pound for pound?
No, I
Not
don't
at all.
rank. I
Not
don't
even for
rank
being
either of them pound for
not even
pound.
for being a unified champion. He's almost undisputed.
And so what? Josh Taylor's unified. Naoya
Yeah,
Inoue is unified.
and those are
Canelo.
Ramirez.
I mean,
guys. Those are pound for pound guys you just mentioned.
yeah, Chocolatito. But I'm saying, like, okay, when I hear first and foremost, let me make sure that uh I'm not getting this twisted. When somebody asks me, do I rank them pound for pound, I immediately go to top five. I don't go to 10
No,
and
no,
all
I'm
of
not
that.
talking about
I think
top
about
five.
top five.
No, not top five. I'm talking about where. That's why I said where. You can't put him top five, not yet.
No,
But
I don't really know, Martin. I would have to think about it. I really would have
you
to
can
think
even.
about it. I do think that Jermell win puts him, and I know that a lot of these freaking LDBC members won't want to hear this, but I think that Jermell win puts him past Errol Spence. And Errol Spence is my guy, but I think that puts him past Errol Spence because he unified. He has three belts, but when you look at both of these guys, they're pretty much on the same level of what they've done. Neither of them have transition weight, and
Oh man,
Jermell has three belts, and Spence has
you
two.
could put
So
you could put Earl up there, but the thing is, we don't know, man. That car accident, that
yeah,
wasn't
but
good.
I mean, the car accident is what it is, but that don't have nothing to do with what he's accomplished. He's unified and already and
Yeah,
all, so we got to see what happens in the Garcia fight. He just merely has to beat Garcia, which to me gives him even more credit because he had that horrific car accident and then he beats Garcia, which
if
ain't no easy fight to take off of an accident. So
if he knocks out Garcia, then we gotta think about where we're gonna put him. But I
yeah,
put
I'll
Jermell
probably
between five and in between five down, like between 5 and 10,
five and somewhere between there, five or
somewhere.
under.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
I don't put him over Canelo. I don't put him over Crawford. I don't put him over Inoue, and I don't put him over UC.
You just
I
mentioned
think
the top four right there.
right. I think Chocolatito has an argument. You know what I mean? So I will have to see with Errol Spence, but I say five or less, just like you said. Again, when I hear pound for pound guys, I'm not saying the top 10 list. I always think top five because I don't even really have a top 10 pound for pound list. It's too much thought into that. I just go top five, and that's it. So when somebody asks me pound for pound, I just think about the top five guys. I don't
Is he
go
gonna?
into like 15, 20, or none of that shit.
I
You
haven't
know
heard
who
no.
else is top five pound for pound that just went in?
You said what?
LeBron James just made it the top five pound for pound of basketball players of all time. Facts.
I don't even want to see his list. You know why? Because he probably has himself in there. LeBron James is narcissistic. He's narcissistic as fuck. Anybody that will sit up there and call themselves the GOAT, they don't even understand how that goes. You cannot self-proclaim yourself the GOAT. He's narcissistic as fuck. So I
D,
don't even
Yeah,
this is
care
the
what his
first
top
time
five is.
we make the finals in 10 years. Stop hating on the Lakers, D. Come on.
No, it's not about the Lakers. It's not. This is a LeBron. You asked me about LeBron. It's not about your Lakers team. LeBron is on your team now, but LeBron spent 2 years with the Lakers. And the rest of his career, he's got a 17-year career. So you asked me a question about LeBron. 2 years with the Lakers don't define this dude. I'm talking about LeBron James. If he'll go to the finals. This is 10 finals, Jose Yepes. 10, right? Hopefully he
Yeah.
10 tries and this idiot only gets three. Remember, Jordan in less time, only 14 years. LeBron's playing going on 18 years now. And 14 years, Jordan is 6 for 6. 6 times he goes, 6 times he cash in, and 6 times he's finals MVP. But people
No
want to
game.
talk about LeBron's stats. Come on
You
with
heard?
it, bro. That's all they
Never
got.
went to
That's all he got is stats.
never went to
He
game
scored
6.
the most points in playoff history.
Jordan never had a game
And
7 in the final.
okay, check it out, Jose. So he scored the most points in playoff history, right? And how much winning did that equate to?
If he wins, it's gonna be 4
Hello,
championships. That's
Jose?
pretty good, no?
No. We're not saying if. We're talking now. You just made a statement about he scored the most points in playoff history.
Oh,
So to this point, how much winning has that equated to? 9 tries
well,
and 3
that's
championships.
3. That's not bad. 3 championships. That's not terrible.
But out of 9 tries, that's not bad. See, this is the thing. We can say that and give LeBron a season. Oh, that's not bad. But then Jordan went 6 times. He won 6 times. Kobe went 8 times. He won 5 times. You understand what I'm saying? LeBron is under 50%. But people say, oh, that's not bad. You can't call yourself the GOAT and then in the same breath say, oh, that's not bad. If you're the GOAT, it's supposed to be that was great. This was good. That was amazing. Not no, that's not bad. Not for the GOAT. Not for the greatest of all time. And that's not bad. Don't even fit the conversation. That's what these Brown fans
Well,
don't get. How can you
to
even
be
say the
fair,
greatest of all time and then make in the same breath a statement? That's not bad. Get the fuck out of here with this, bro.
all right. Well, how about this one? If he wins, he's gonna beat 3 different teams. Has him being the leader, winning a championship. Did Jordan ever do that with 3 different
Yeah, well,
teams?
this is what I would say. This is what I would say about that. He had to keep switching up teams to get it. Jordan stayed with his same team and did it with the team he rolled with. LeBron had to stack the deck. He had to go get the Anthony Davis, the Chris Bosh, the Dwayne Wade to get it. Jordan didn't. He stayed with the same team, built that team, and run it. LeBron had to run all around the place to get his. That's what I would say about that, Jose.
He gave your state the only professional championship in the history.
Hey,
You should be
I'm not
happy for
from
that.
Ohio. I just live here. I'm not from here. I just live here. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so he didn't give Virginia a goddamn thing. He didn't do
And,
nothing
and
for
I'm
to
out
be
here.
fair,
I'm out
to be
here.
fair, I didn't watch Jordan play. I caught him in the late '90s, so I didn't see his greatness in the early '90s. So to be fair, I didn't really see Jordan in the early '80s, late '80s and early '90s. I
How
started
old are you,
watching
Jose?
late. I'm 30. I'm 30, 32.
Oh yeah, you was real young. Yeah.
Michael
So I was
Jordan.
born in '88. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, I say
Put it
something
this
coming
way.
from a guy.
Put it this
Coming
way,
from a
Jose. Put it this way. Michael Jordan, next to Muhammad Ali, was the biggest sports figure you could think of worldwide. You could say Ali was first, because I don't think anybody will surpass his aura worldwide, but Ali was. But next to Ali, Michael Jordan was the biggest star worldwide, period. Only person you could argue with that is maybe Mike Tyson. That's it.
yeah, I could believe
Nobody
that.
else.
Well, the shoes made him that famous. The shoes.
No, it's not. No. It's not the shoes. That's not what. See, you're 32, so don't argue with me on this. It was what he did for the sport of basketball. He caused the world to step up their game. Michael Jordan single-handedly caused the world to step up their game. He embarrassed the world. The Dream Team, they embarrassed the world in basketball, embarrassed them. So the play of Michael Jordan, his aura caused the world to get better in basketball. You see a lot of these international stars coming into the NBA. He raised the level of world basketball play. Not about the fucking shoes, fam. It's not about the fucking shoes. This dude was the
I,
biggest sports figure next to Ali. Period. LeBron ain't never gonna reach that fucking plateau ever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the wrong person to argue the point because, like I said, I didn't watch Jordan. Maybe somebody was around to argue the point better than me. But all right, let's say
Well,
this: could we agree that he's in the top 5 at least? LeBron James.
I gotta see what he does. If he wins this championship, I give him top 5, hands down. If he loses again, fuck no. He's number 10. I'm dead ass. I'm not hating him. He's number 10 in my opinion because I can give you
well,
9 players that deserve to be above him on the greatest of all time. LeBron James, see, I'm not stat crazy. because you got to think about this.
Yeah.
Kareem has more titles. Bill Russell got way more titles than him. Will Chamberlain has accomplished things that LeBron James would only dream of. 50.5 points, 30 rebounds, average a fucking season. Will Chamberlain, 100 points in one fucking game. Wasn't one of the most dominant centers ever to play this game. There are people, Akeem the Dream, his footwork. Like, there are people and their accomplishments and what they done. I'm not putting everything on LeBron James stats because without these championships, that's what you have, these stats. And then these guys, these guys did what they did with their teams. You know, Bill Russell,
Right.
LeBron had to create teams to get this done. So nah, bro, I can't just force him up there. He better win this fucking championship. But if he wins this championship, I definitely have him in the top five, and we'll have discussions about that. I don't think at this point he'll pass Michael Jordan because this is his last title. You can guarantee that, bro. Uh, the league's gonna be too powerful, LeBron James, next season. Way too powerful. And everybody better watch out for the Brooklyn Nets next season because shit, man, they made the playoffs and even beat the Clippers in the game without Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, or uh, Kevin Durant. So the Brooklyn Nets are going to be terrible next year. But enough of basketball, man. I want to talk about fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, what the hell? I don't know why it's my hot spot. I think Martin fell off again. So what do you think about the Charlo's performances, Jose? What you think?
About the Charlos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
What you think?
They did their thing. They did what they were supposed to do. Jermall finally stepped up and he did that. Let's see where he goes from here. Is he going to continue to step up, or is he going to go back down to fighting his low level opponents like he did 2019?
Yeah, are you still there, Jose? I want to see what he does too. Okay, I think Jose fell off. I want to see what Jamal Charlo does too, man. And I think he needs to try to seek a Demetrius Andre fight and unify. That's really what I think he should do. Unify that title, man. Let me see what we got, man. Barcareta said, LOL, he ducked his highest payday. I think you need to tell the boy Charlo to take the money, Freddie G. Yeah, he need to go fight Demetrius Andre. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. And he not getting 7 million now. He should have took that when he had the chance. Because the zone and them, they can't afford to pay Jermell Charlo that much money now. Abby T, what's up, brother? Jermell Charlo has more accomplished resume than Errol Spence. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I gotta put Jermell over Errol Spence, bro. Even though that's my boy, Spence is my boy. I gotta put him over Errol Spence. You know, he knows his sports wouldn't like that because he's a Errol Spence fanboy. But at the same time, man, Jermell got 3 belts now. Errol got 2. Jermell's resume is better than Errol Spence. So why can't we gotta give Jermell Charlo his credit and put him over Errol Spence, in my opinion. Freddie said, I never said Canelo beats, but y'all not hugging saying Canelo's on another. He is on another level from Charlo. Freddie G, how is that not hugging? Bro, Freddie, are you serious right now? How is that not hugging? Canelo, okay, look at Canelo's resume. 50 fights. He only lost to Floyd Mayweather. Don't even tell me that the Charlos are anywhere close to a fucking Floyd Mayweather. Okay, and I knew Floyd Mayweather was going to beat Canelo because he was 23 years old when he fought him. He got so many guys on his resume that, come on. Charlo has Deverev and Chinko, Freddie. That's it. He proved himself last night after 30 fights. Now he's 31-0. Tinko. Now you look at Canelo's resume, and you look at Charlo. And what the hell do you mean nut hugging? Charlo ain't jumping up no 2 weight classes going to fight no champion at 175. Canelo did that and knocked him out. How's that nut hugging? He's on a different level from Charlo. They ain't proving me wrong because, you already know. I called it perfect. So don't even come in here with that dumb shit if you're talking to me. I called it perfect. Unanimous decision. Knockout by Jermell Charlo. So stop your fucking foolishness before you even come in here with your dumb shit. I tell you that shit right. Hold up. I'm getting ready to pull it up right now. This for you, AOBs. You and all that damn foolishness, because you come in here, you be talking reckless. You don't never want to hit the link. So I want to put this up here for you before you even start running your mouth. Prediction League. Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. This is what it is. AOBs. This is just for you. What does that say? Jermall Charlo, unanimous decision. Jermell Charlo, 8th round, TKO. AOBs, shut the hell up if you're talking to me. I don't want to. Don't say keep doubting anything. I picked them both how it was going to happen. So panic. You always come in here trying to call me bias or some dumb shit like that. Get the fuck out of here with that. Don't even start that today. I gave those boys all the respect, and I'm still giving them respect. I don't want to hear your lip, AOBs. Good job in the prediction league this week. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you, fam. I haven't even checked it. I just pulled that up, my picks, just to shut AOBs up. LeBron cries and moans when he don't win MVP. Jordan accepts it and goes and wins. Yeah, man. LeBron claimed himself the GOAT. Jordan said he didn't even like to talk about those type of things because it wasn't fair to the guys before him. See? Jordan was a man about that. LeBron James bumped his head. I don't know, man. If you guys got, I'll share this video. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let me see. Shout out to my man Mark Unrivaled. Glenn Avery, MXBC, what's good with your fam? What are you talking about, Glenn? Hold up. Glenn, you already know better. You know where you at. Let me put this link back in the chat, Glenn. Jump on up here. Speak now or forever hold your peace, Glenn. That link is for you, buddy boy. You come on up here and get that work. Get that work. All right, I ain't messing around with this LeBron James stuff, bro. We talk about fights, guys, fights. Ron ain't in your top 5, Jeff? No, not yet. If he wins this title, he will be. Right now, I got him at like number 8. I won't even lie. I got him at number 8.
D, did you see The Last Dance?
The Last Dance? Yeah. That documentary?
Yeah. The only thing that Jordan used to do when somebody else got the MVP besides him, if the MVP was in the final, he made sure he embarrassed him.
Right.
He showed them who, but he never complained. But he'll hurt you on the court if he was the MVP.
Yeah. Get this smoke in the building. What's up? Smoke said Charlo would beat Lara, who a lot of people think. But that's triangle theory. But I said Charlo would beat Lara too, and I like the fact that he called him out.
But do you remember when they were both 154 that they were avoiding Lara, both of them?
Yeah. I haven't even checked it out. Yeah. Say that again, Martin.
They were both when they were both at 154. I remember when there was a card. There was Lara against Goucher, one of the Charlos against Trout, and then Hurd against I don't know. And they were both like, uh, who you want next? And they were both the champions at 154, and they both said, I want Hurd. I want Hurd. Yeah, I want Hurd. Nobody wanted Laura back then, but now, yeah,
Oh,
of course, Laura was like 38 right now.
yeah. And it might be older than that because you know how the Cubans' records are.
Yeah, he
So
probably
it might be
43.
older than 38. But real quick, Martin, Glenn, what you got to say?
Who,
Yo,
Glenn,
me?
yo, yo.
all
What's
right,
going on, man?
what's up? What's up? What's with all this casual talk and body and D Jefferson? Oh, you know I've never been bodied on this panel, and I'm gonna tell you right now, sir, you will not be the one to do it. But you can go ahead and try. So go ahead and get your stuff off or whatever you're talking about.
There, there's a lot of things that you said that I disagree with, but when you brought up that whole LeBron thing, bro,
Talking basketball? Oh yeah, we'll do that later, bro. I don't want to have a basketball debate right now because I want to talk about the fights. But I'll set up a live later today about basketball, and I will definitely body you in all different kind of ways about this LeBron James foolery. But right now, I don't want to debate that. LeBron James is it's just simple as this to me, Glenn Avery. In every sport you think of, I don't care if it's golf, football, baseball, whatever. People always try to say it's not all about the championships. And I never said it was. But the championships matters a lot. You're in sports to win. Okay? You're not in sports to put up a bunch of stats and get a pat on the back for doing that. The key and the objective is to win. All right. So when you look at that, you have to look at the winning and the winning percentages. Michael Jordan has more titles than LeBron and less years played. That's number one. It didn't take him 17 years to do it. This dude will be playing 18 years and still could not have amassed the amount of titles that Jordan had. Second, he had 3 more chances to do it. So you had 18 years, 10 chances, and you still won't amount to the amount that Michael Jordan won. And let's remember, when you talk about the greatest of all time, winning matters. So I'm going to stop there with it because there's a lot more that I could give you to just dispel this whole LeBron James stat packing nonsense. You could, like, Michael Jordan had point guards that could actually play with him because Michael Jordan could move off the ball. He didn't have to have the ball in his hand. Point guards cannot thrive with LeBron James. This is why Kyrie Irving, the best point guard he had, would have wanted to get the hell away from him. Lonzo Ball couldn't really do much when he was with LeBron James. You know, Rajon Rondo shines most of the time with LeBron James sitting on the damn bench. So this dude is like, you can't even have a traditional point guard on the team with him. And he's terrible at the goddamn free throw line. Are you the greatest of all time and you miss clutch free throws? Like, I'm tired of this with the LeBron James stats, the assistant. He ain't Magic Johnson. Guess what Magic Johnson got that LeBron don't got? 5 goddamn titles. 5 goddamn
Uh,
titles. Since they want to talk about his passing. Like, stop all of this LeBron James. Freddie G. What the nut hugging is on LeBron James. It's a lot of LeBron James nut hugging. But definitely not me. But let's stick to boxing, guys. D-Man boxing in the building. What's good? What's good?
D, can I say
Yeah, go ahead.
something real quick about basketball, and then I won't
Go
mention
ahead.
that.
Do your thing.
All right.
Yo, Lopez.
There's one thing that doesn't appear on stats, and that is the be you know be there at the right time. There's certain things that doesn't show up in the stats, and that's clutch. That's the only thing that doesn't, and that's something that Jordan always had. Kobe had it. LeBron has been a couple of times in championship, you know, games that he wasn't clutch enough to help his team get over.
Right. And not only did he not have that dog in him like that, he's more willing to give the ball away. Like, this is the game situation. He want to throw that ball off. So if somebody else miss, don't blame LeBron. Like, he's too willing to defer.
Yeah.
Kobe and Michael's like, give me that ball. Give me that
They
damn
they
ball. I'm
were
gonna put
they
the
were
cabinet.
willing to accept the responsibility.
Damn
You
right.
know,
LeBron is scared of that response. He's shied away from it. Everybody wanted, like, come on, bro. Chris Bosh
he
and Ray Allen won that, had a lot to do with them winning that series. Chris Bosh don't get that rebound and kick it out to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen don't hit that shot. He could be talking 2 championships for LeBron.
exactly.
You know what I mean? You get out
Yes,
of here
sir.
with this shit. Like, that's intangibles, bro. It's not all about statistics. Intangibles matter. Heart,
That
desire, clutch.
I always said is only one thing that doesn't show up in the stats. That's that clutch gene that certain guys have. LeBron doesn't have it. I'm sorry. He's great, but he don't have it.
Yes, he's great, but he not with that. My man Flame on 24 was good with you, fam. Appreciate you. And Freddie's a super LeBron fan. I'm not even arguing with you, Freddie. LeBron better than basketball. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. He couldn't beat Kobe or Michael Jordan 1-on-1. Guarantee, Freddie. LeBron James could not beat Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan 1-on-1. He can't shoot like them. He don't have handles like them. He don't have the moves they have. He's
Those guys,
strong, but Jordan defended well. Stronger players than him his whole career. So this LeBron's strength wouldn't cut it, Freddie. He would punish LeBron 1-on-1. Kobe the same thing. Like, dog, I'm not trying to hear this crap about LeBron. If Inoue, there we go. Let's get back to boxing. Thank you, Gerson. Medina in the building. If Inoue versus Casimero happens, it's going to be a war. You know, I want to talk about that because Casimero had a great showing against Makai, a domestic Nigerian fighter. Let's be honest. Makai came out looking good in the first round. Then he just got destroyed because he's a domestic Nigerian fighter. I think Monster Inoue beats Casimero comfortably. I think Nonito Donaire has a chance at beating Casimero. Casimero's good. He's powerful, but he's not the best boxer, guys.
I didn't know Casimiro was in the PBC. What?
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, and I saw him.
Yeah,
But
Casimero is not. Monster Inoue faster than him.
stronger.
He moves better than him. We're not going to question Monster Inoue power. Monster Inoue is definitely hitting harder than Makai was hitting. And Makai was landing on Casimero. I think Monster Inoue sleeps Casimero, to tell you the truth. I think he puts him away.
What do you think about Danny Roman and the Payano fight? That was pretty entertaining fight right there.
That was a great fight. I think the scorecards were too wide, though.
Yeah,
I was looking at a majority split decision. I had Danny Roman winning, but I was looking at more like a majority split decision. I think those scorecards was a little too wide for Roman, but I did have him winning, though.
let me say this, man, because I thought that fight was very close, but I think Roman's pressure kind of took over.
Yeah. You had some good lean this morning, ain't you?
Hold on, bro. My fucking throat's hurting, faking the voice and that shit, bro. Hold on. Let me go back, man.
This man has some real good lean this morning. He's talking like the slow, bro.
I was like, damn, what the hell's going on?
Oh shit!
I don't want to say nothing.
Hey, what fight are you guys talking about, bro? Oh, go ahead.
Flame on with the $10 super chat, my man, dog. Never can't say more than enough how much I appreciate you, Jeff. What's up with you, Jeff? Go ahead, Hefe. Go ahead, man.
Hey, man, I'm just gonna say this, bro. The Charlo Rosario fight, bro. I just watched that shit. Since the first time, it looked kind of weird. I watched it again, bro. I don't know, man. Either Rosario was looking for a way out, and he didn't want to continue the fight because he kind of gassed out. Because in those first 6 rounds, he was throwing a lot of fucking punches, and it was hard punches. And he was looking for a way out, bro. Or it was fixed, bro. Because I don't know how the fuck you could get dropped by a jab that wasn't fully extended. And then it wasn't even to the solar plex. It was like to the waistline, bro. You know what I mean, bro? So I questioned that fight, but it was a very exciting fight. Uh, we learned a lot about the Charlos today, man. We learned more about the Charlos, well,
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
than we
I'm not
than
sure about that punch because I couldn't see where it landed.
the what?
I said I wasn't sure about that punch because I got off the live and I went to bed. I need to go look at the fight. I didn't see exactly where that punch landed. Only thing I know is this. I know this from experience one, from being in fights and I got kicked in the solar plexus before and it like damn near took everything out of me. If my boys weren't around, I would have got beaten to a pulp. But I don't know where he got hit. I've taken some body shots, just like Martin said. I've taken some hits and kicks to the body where it's like, damn, bro, it just shoots a pain all through your body. So again, I think it could be something with his hardware, with how he has his muscle build up down there. Guys, it's not like you look at the punch that Jermell Charlo threw. You got to understand this is still a punch coming from Jermell Charlo. Right? This ain't a punch coming from a regular guy. And if Rosario's hardware is not built up down there the way it's supposed to be, that could be a reason why he got fucked up.
Yo, D, I missed it. Where he got hit? Cause I was talking to you and I was watching the fight, but you saw the knockout before me because it's like a little delay. Like where exactly did he get hit? Because at the same time, I was like on
He
the
got
chest.
hit. He got hit from between the solar plexus to his belt line, somewhere in between there, Martin. From the solar plexus to his belt line. I didn't see cleanly where they hit landed.
To me, it looked right below the belly button, bro.
Right below the.
Yeah, right below the belly button. Yeah, from what I've seen. I don't know. People might see shit different.
There's some areas that you just can't build down there, man. Like the top of your stomach, you cannot make that hard. The size between your ribs and the and your liver down there is impossible. Not.
And then the other thing that kind of sold me off was his reaction, bro. The reaction of fucking Rosario. Like this motherfucker looked like he was having a seizure, and then he was about to get up in the 8th second. Rewatch that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do your investigation. He was about to get up in the 8th second, and then he jumped back on the floor, bro, like a fucking he was dying.
He didn't jump back on the floor. He fell back. Like, it was too bad.
No, bro. No, he threw himself to the floor,
man.
You could see he was about to get up, and then he just threw himself to the floor. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, bro?
Solo says, look, people. We're saying Kovalev took a dive in the Canelo fight, and now the Charlo knockout. Let's give these fighters respect they deserve. Facts, man, Solo. Thank you,
bro. Like I said, Jermell Charlo hits real hard, bro. Like we don't know. Only he knows how he felt.
You know? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I question that shit.
I got it.
I question his heart more than anything. I question Rosario. I'm not questioning Charlo. Charlo did what he's supposed to do.
No,
I don't know why.
But if we start doing that, heifer, then we taking away from Charlo's accomplishment.
Nah, fuck all that, bro. You put the pressure on Rosario, bro, for quitting like a
pressure
bitch.
on what? He lost. He got knocked out.
He quit, bro. That's what I'm saying. Either he quit.
He didn't
quit. He quit, bro. He quit. He quit. He could have continued the fight, bro.
No, but you can't say that because then again you taking away from Charlo.
Nah,
you
fuck
saying,
all that,
the
bro.
guy took a dive, bro. He quit,
bro. He quit, bro. He's a pussy.
All right, I guess.
Well,
that's how I feel, bro.
I don't know how
I paid $75 for this fight, bro. So I feel I have the right as a fan to say whatever the fuck I want, bro. They could suck my dick, bro.
Oh man,
like this. You a dumbass for paying $75 for that fight. Because I didn't pay $75 for that fight.
Hey, I support the sport of boxing, bro. What the fuck you talking about?
Damn.
Yeah, well, good for you. Support. Good support.
A real baller does not cry about his money, bro.
I don't think he cried about it. He took the loss. He dapped up Jermell.
Nah, El Jefe, bro. El Jefe. A real baller.
Man, I don't know. All right, what about Josh Taylor? putting Kong Song out with a body shot in the first round. Was that fake too, El Jefe?
I missed
That's a
that
little
fight.
different. That's a little different because look where he punched Kong Song, and Kong Song had his fucking hands up, and he punched him right in the liver. So getting punched in the liver is different from getting punched in the fucking belly line. Like in the belly line, like, bruh, there's no pain there, bro. Like, come on, man. It's not like he got punched in the solar plex. I would agree if you get punched in the solar plex, but even that in the solar plex, it's a different reaction because you have a lack of air. When you have a lack of air, the first thing you do is curl. You know what I'm saying? This dude was laying in the floor having a seizure, getting punched in the fucking belly line and shit, bro. So
that's how hard
I don't
Charlo
know,
hits.
man.
That's how hard he hits, man.
I was probably too high or something, bro, seeing shit. So I don't know, man.
What you were smoking?
Bro, the finest of the finest, bro. What do you mean, bro? Cali shit, bro.
You smoking that fire?
Yeah, bro.
Oh man.
And I was popping pills, bro. What's up?
D, where they were giving the Chavez and the Josh Taylor fight. Huh?
What you say?
The Josh Taylor fight and the Chavez fight. What channel they were giving that? I missed that.
Well, Chavez Sr., I think, put on a great performance.
Well, Chavez Sr. been doing these exhibitions for like 3 years ago already. He started doing that. He fought Arce.
Yeah, Chavez Sr. had a great performance. Chavez Jr. need to retire and quit boxing. This fool, he quit again. It's an embarrassment. He quit again.
His father's 60 years old, man, putting up shows.
Hey, but let me say this, because, man, fuck all the Chavez talk. Chavez is a bum. But let me say this real quick. Dervinchenko versus Charlo was a closer fight than a lot of people think it was, bro. I actually had to fight the draw. I agree with people that had it 7-5 for Charlo, and I agree with people that had it 7-5 for Dervinchenko. I do not understand these wide ass scorecards like 9-3, 10-2, fucking 8-4, bro. It was a very competitive fight. Don't let the face marks school you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Influence you, bro. Because, you know what I'm saying? People have tougher skin than other people, but Dervinchenko showed a lot of heart. There's a lot of swing rounds, man. It was ultra competitive till the end, man. I don't understand the people that say it was a masterclass. If anything, I think Daniel Jacobs beat Dervinchenko the best out of all three that have beaten him.
Well, I agree with you, Hef, on that one. But I will have to watch that fight again because I was driving home. I was on my way there, and I was listening to Ring
go ahead.
IQ.
I'm gonna put this on mute. I gotta put it down for a second so I can load these clothes up.
Wait, hold on. Is this Jose Yepes or Martin Ramos?
This is Martin, bro.
Oh shit. That was
We say oh shit.
I thought it was Yepes.
Okay. Now I have a Mexican accent.
Oh no, bro.
What's going on, bro? What's going on with you, man?
I don't know, man. I need to take some more water, bro. I'm still feeling the effects from yesterday, bro. Hey, but it was a hell of a fight, man. A hell of a fight night for any fight fan, bro. Even the whole UFC card, it kind of sucked, but I enjoyed it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
you think that card sucked?
Fucking Costa didn't do shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a punching bag.
Listen, man, that's how good Adesanya is, man. He couldn't figure that out. I thought he was gonna do better, man, but he got his ass kicked.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But what you want as fans is competitive fights, and you know what I'm saying. We didn't get that in the UFC, but it's all good, man. It was just a great night, bro.
How about the co-main event? You didn't like that either? The Reyes
I didn't see the fight, bro. I didn't see the fight. I just saw where he got knocked the fuck out, but I didn't see the fight because I was watching the Nitty fight. I was going back and forth between both cards, bro. So I kind of missed parts on both, man. So
the Nitty fight was looking too one-sided to me. That's why I went to the UFC for that.
Hey, but shout out to Bradis, bro. Martis, what's his name? Bradis. What the fuck is his name, bro? His first name? Bradis dominated Dorticos, bro. He broken down technically, man. I called the fight in the MXBC prediction league, bro. You know what I'm saying? The realest prediction league out there, bro. Not like these bum ass prediction leagues like Champ Bras, bro. We got the MXBC prediction league, man. El Jefe's up there, man, in the sheets, bro. And
You
I
back?
called that, bro. Breeders was gonna dominate. They robbed him, bro. It should have been a UD, unanimous decision. They called it a split decision. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, bro. But he's a cruiserweight king, bro.
Yo,
Hefe, but
I agree with you, Jefe. That judge need to be smacked and dumped in a bucket of acid for that 114. Bro, like what the hell? That fight was not even close to being a draw.
Hey, bro, it's crazy how
115, 113. But 114, that's crazy, man.
it's crazy how motherfuckers could be drunk, high, on fucking, for all we know, on crystal meth, on heroin, all type of drugs, and they still score cards better than these motherfucking judges, bro. I don't know what these motherfuckers are watching, bro. They need to get some better people up there, bro. They need to start hiring YouTubers as judges, man, because this shit is getting disgusting.
What's going on with the judges? Are they getting like old and shit? They can't see good no more, or some shit. Like I don't understand, man. They be fucking.
I think the judges are gonna have to start judging fights.
They get paid. That's what's happening.
Yeah, bro.
See, that shit don't benefit the sport of boxing, man. Unfortunately, you know, as bad as as bad as we doing right now with everything. I mean, that card, those fights that we had last night, they were all great, but you know, we keep doing. If boxing keeps doing what they did last night, like the PBC, and you know, should be all right.
Hey, but I think overall, I think that might have been the card of the year. I don't see no other card beating better than that one, the Charlo card.
Well, yeah, right now, I would say so. Yeah.
Which one? Oh yeah, you agree with me? Yeah. The only one that could come close is probably Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
The build up for that fight, I don't know the undercard yet, but the build up, you know what I'm saying, the animosity, bro.
Yeah.
Team Lomachenko on this side, you know what I'm saying, White Jesus, bro. He's coming. He's gonna destroy Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a bum. He was running his mouth. Steve Jefferson's gonna cry, bro. Steve Jefferson's gonna cry, bro. Steve Jefferson deserves to take an L this year, bro. He's been celebrating too much, bro. He deserves this L, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Team Loma, Team Ukraine.
Hold on. Why you hating on D? Why you hating on D? Because I've been calling him right, man. You can't be talking about I deserve to take no L, nigga.
Yo, Hefe, D doing good right now. He's on top.
God's gonna punish you, bro, for taking too many dubs this year, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to take an L, a humbleness from God, bro. Lomachenko's gonna knock that boy out with the body shot, bro. I'm calling it right now, bro. And people better not cry robbery.
I think the longer the fight is, it's gonna benefit Lomachenko. Like Teofimo need to get him out before the fifth round.
I got him in 7, but I agree with you 100%, Martin. If it goes past 7, I said he's in trouble. Like if it gets past 7 or 8, the kid's in trouble. I gotta admit that. But
I got Loma on that one, D. Being that you say I only like Latin fighters.
You know I be fucking with you.
And Lopez is from my hometown down here. Golden Glove fighter and all that.
Teofimo, and I didn't see things. I think I see things that people don't really see in the kid, right? That's why, and I'm a huge fan of him. That's why I'm going Teofimo Lopez. Other than that, bro, Lomachenko's the wise bet. Like if you're betting money, Lomachenko's the wise pick. I tell everybody that. If you bet money, he's the wise pick.
I like Tio too. Like if Lopez wins that fight, I ain't gonna be mad. I like the kid.
Who did you choose in the prediction league? Jefferson.
Oh, what?
You, bro. Loma, Tio.
We haven't had it yet.
Tio Loma.
We haven't had it.
Oh, they haven't had it yet.
But I'm picking Teofimo Lopez, 7th round, motherfucker. Like what the fuck? I'm not gonna change.
Man, I don't know. Do you follow L Dog on Twitter?
No, not. I don't follow too many people on Twitter. I mean, I
Okay,
retweet
well
posts and
he
shit
made
like
a
that.
he made a breakdown video on his Twitter, bro, where he breaks down the angles that Lomachenko does to southpaws, bro, and how Teofimo Lopez gets hit by Diego Magdaleno, who was a southpaw. He was touching him up, bro. You need to actually see those videos, bro, and it might change your mind, bro, because the footwork, bro, is gonna affect Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is not a back foot fighter, bro.
I've seen a lot of people's videos and a lot of breakdowns. Um, and they all make sense and they all say a lot of good things that would seem to be non-refutable because Lomachenko is a wizard in the ring. Okay, the dude's nice. He's one of the nicest boxers in boxing right now. So I don't really give a shit what L Dog has to say. Teofimo Lopez knocks Lomachenko out in the seventh round.
Yeah,
Nah, bro,
I
it's
don't
because
give
you're
a
not
shit
breaking
what
it down, bro. You're
I don't
just
give a
saying.
shit.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break down the weekend of the fight. That's why I'll break
I
it
don't know,
down.
bro. I just put in a stat for Lomachenko, bro. On betting odds,
That's
bro. I
correct.
put it.
You letting them hold your $1,000 so that they can give you $250 off of that, right?
Yeah,
Because you
bro.
4 to 1, so you'll win
I'm
two
playing the
hundred
risk, bro.
dollars. You let them hold $1,000.
I'm confident, bro. I'm 100% confident Lomachenko's gonna beat him. And if you really think about it, how many predictions has El Jefe gotten wrong? None. So you know what I'm saying? Like I know,
Yeah,
bro. When I see
heavy.
the sport of boxing, like I break it down, like from the feet
Hefe,
to the
what
head.
you gotta stop doing is stop lying to yourself. You don't have
You
to
got a
stop
lot of
lying
them
to us.
wrong.
Hold on, Mark. You don't have to stop lying to us because we already know you fucking lying and you full of shit. You need to stop lying to El Jefe. Okay? So I'm just gonna give you one prediction that you did get wrong. Rocky fucking Martinez, motherfucker. So stop your lies. Rocky
Yo,
Martinez. There's your
heavy.
prediction that you got
Nah,
dead
bro.
ass fucking wrong because he got
Wait, bro,
slapped.
but that one doesn't
Stop
count,
your
bro. He was a
bullshit.
prospect, bro.
I don't give a fuck. You say you didn't get no predictions wrong. You got Rocky
Yo,
Martinez way fucking wrong. Stop lying.
Heavy's the best, man, with his prospects.
That motherfucker got way more predictions wrong than that. I just put that one out there just to cut the bullshit.
I think it was just that one and the Andy Ruiz, the rematch. That's
Ah,
it,
get the
bro.
fuck out of here, LFA. I've been around you too long, but I'm not even gonna go down the list of your bullshit ass goddamn predictions. You need to listen to these up. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So,
hey,
Hey,
Heavy. Hey,
yo,
Heavy, you back with the MXBC?
bro, I'm just cool with everybody, bro. I got no beef. This is the
That's
internet,
good.
man. I don't got
That's
time to
good,
be
man.
beefing with people, bro. You
hey,
know what I'm
LFA,
saying?
That's
The
good.
only, bro, let me say this. The only person we had beef with, like, seriously, bro, we broke him down mentally. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not a bully, so I'm going to leave the dude alone. But go ahead.
No, that's good. That
listen. What you need to do. Sequence, you
I
need to
can't hear
do it.
shit, bro. You're breaking up.
you gotta
That's
put that window up.
and your phone. That's what that is. But you need to talk to Lisa Bales and learn how to decide these fights. Because Lisa Bales, she doing a damn thing this season. You know what I'm saying? You need to get to the Lisa Bales school of learning how to break down fights, FA. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, bro, I'm actually top of the list in our prediction league, the
Oh
MXBC, bro.
shit.
So,
Man, we
you know what I'm
had
saying?
predictions. I don't even got a no competition in there. We got real boxers
No,
in
bro, we got Mark up in there, bro. What are you talking about? I'm on top of Mark, bro, in the prediction
our,
league.
we got real boxers and real trainers in our prediction.
Oh, so now you're saying Mark don't know shit about boxing, bro.
I didn't say that. I said we have.
Who else we got, bro? We got some good people up in there, bro. We got H Money on there, bro. A lot of knowledgeable boxing fans, bro.
Oh shit.
Hey, can I get you weekly tweets? Yeah, but I wanted to check out y'all prediction league, bro. It's just time consuming, man. It's time consuming. I got a lot going on. But
Yeah,
Josh
we
Taylor,
only
man,
got
what's next for him? Y'all think
Jose
he beats
Ramirez.
Ramirez? You think who
Uh,
y'all think wins?
I think Josh Taylor beats him, bro. Like I like Ramirez and everything, but Josh Taylor is just special, man. Like the dude can fight in the inside, can outbox. He's a southpaw. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of things good, man. So Jose Ramirez, in reality, he's a one trick pony, man. He comes forward. He got a lot of heart, a lot of stamina. but Josh Taylor got something for that ass each time he comes in.
Oh, I know you didn't just call Jose Ramirez a one-trick pony. Man, people in this fucking city rude as
Josh
shit.
Taylor's just the best boxer than Ramirez, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for Ramirez, but he's gonna get his ass beat, bro. That's just reality.
Yeah, well, I'm picking Josh Taylor. I actually picked Josh Taylor before Jose Ramirez's last performance. I already picked Josh Taylor. I
A
think
lot of
that
a lot of people pick Progress over Josh Taylor, man. They say Progress there was like a sure knockout, and Josh Taylor just beat that kid.
well, I didn't say it was a sure knockout. I said that fight would go the distance and that Progress would edge it out. So I picked that one wrong. Josh Taylor won a lot more confidence in me after that showing against Regis Progress. I think that fight needs a rematch, though. That's what I've already said. I think they need to run that shit back because I think they one of the judges have Progress winning. That was a majority decision fight, right?
Yeah, it was, and it was in the UK.
Yeah, I think they should run that fight back, and that's not like the Breeders and Dorchiko's majority decision because the Dorchiko's majority decision was straight crap, bro. That Regis fight, that was a legitimate majority decision fight, and I think that that deserves a run back. After, of course, he handles his business with Jose Ramirez because.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, what happened to D?
He dropped off, I think. Shitty ass internet, bro. That's what happens when you have that cricket shit, bro.
My bad. I hit the
back.
My laptop in the car with me, and I hit the fucking back button. But
yo, pay attention to the road, man.
I'm at the stoplight.
Hey, but D, you could say goodbye to the Progress Taylor rematch, man, because Progress with PBC and Taylor's with Top Rank. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. They made fights happen. Fury and Wilder's happening. So I'm not gonna count that out.
Hey, D, is this guy going for undisputed with the Shera, Jermell?
He should, because Texera
didn't say
can't
nothing
beat
about
Jermall
that?
Charlo. He should go for that. That should be his next fight. Speaking of that, Martin, I'm glad you brought that up. That should be Jermell Charlo's next fight. Texera.
That's it. Don't fight nobody else but that kid.
Yeah, he should go right after that because Texera cannot beat Jermell Charlo. I don't think Texera could beat Jason Rosario.
The Shera got a lot of heart, but he'll lose to Charlo. Charlo just hits too hard, man.
Well, Teixeira got to fight Castaño. That's his mandatory. Castaño's gonna beat the shit out of him. But
yeah, I think
it's gonna be Charlo Castaño for the undisputed 154.
You're right. If Castaño wins, we're gonna see that undisputed fight for sure.
Because he's a PBC fighter.
Yeah,
but I know who.
I definitely
who's gonna be his mandatory.
Jose, I mean not Jose. El Jefe, I agree with you on that. I think Castaño beats Texera, and that'll be the 4-belt undisputed, which would be fucking great for my dude Jermell, bro. Because like I said, I did pick Jermell back up. Like I was saying, for a couple of months now, I'm not a fan of Jermall. I'm a fan of his brother Jermell. So I've been, Jermell been back in my good graces.
Low key, D and Jefe, that fight with Castaño, I would love to see that shit with him and Jermell. Castaño's a busy fighter. It's gonna be like a war. Because I saw that Castaño with Lara, he was in his chest the whole fight, man. So it'll be like a real entertaining fight, those two.
It's gonna be like the Rosario fight, but like the question I got for Castaño is his chin. How good is his chin? If he could take a punch, then there'll be an entertaining fight. If he can't take a punch, fucking Charlo's gonna get him the fuck up out of there.
The Shera got decent pop, so
No,
we'll see.
He ain't no Jermell, but he got decent pop.
Yeah, here we go again with this pop. And this is what I was trying to tell everybody about this.
I said decent pop.
I know, but hear me out. Now, people won't saying that Jason Rosario had decent pop. They will say, "Oh, he got power." This was Charles D came up here. "Oh, he got power. Man, the Charlos have chins, fam. Both of them. They got
They
good
do,
fucking
man.
chin.
You hit the motherfuckers with a bat, man. They come back.
Them motherfuckers got chin. So I won't trying to hear shit about no Rosario's pop, and I ain't trying to hear shit about Castaño's pop. Jermell Charlo will knock fucking Castaño out, and he will knock fucking Texter out. The thing is, I think he'll have a harder job with Castaño. I think Castaño is the better matchup. I think he beats Texter comfortably.
Throws more punches. I mean, if I have a fighter like fighting one of the Charlo, I'll be like, try to concentrate on the guy's body, man. You're not doing nothing with that man's chin, man.
Yeah, bro. You know what I would love to see, man? I would love to see like one of these 147-pounders try to challenge fucking Jermell just to see, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a big money fight for both, like a Sean Porter or Keith Thurman just challenging themselves just to move up to 154.
Bro.
I don't think the only 147-pounder that I think has a chance with Jermall Charlo is Spence and Crawford. The rest of them get beat.
Crawford gets fucked up, bro. Stop playing, bro. Crawford gets fucked up, bro. This motherfucker would walk him down, bro.
Let's see how Spence looks after that accident, D, man. I gotta see that.
Yeah. I'm not putting anything into that accident, though.
That's some Crawford fanboyism right there, bro. I think he could beat you.
I'm not even a Crawford fan, you dumbass.
Nah, bro. Keep the same energy, bro. Nah, I'm just checking you, D. Keep the same energy, bro. Keep the same energy, bro.
I ain't never been a Crawford fan. So what the fuck are you talking about? I used to, hold on, Mark.
Nah, I'm putting that heat in your ass, bro. You know I'm putting that heat in your ass.
Don't cut me off. I used to be on the UGC and your dumbass was right there.
Nah. Just because I was a Spence fan, you jumped on the bandwagon, bro. You were never a Spence fan, bro. You were never a Spence fan. Nah, bro. I've been a Spence fan since 2011, bro. What's up?
Get the smoke in the building,
bro. Don't make me kick you off with that foolishness, because I've never ever been a Crawford fan, ever. Don't even start that bullshit, ever. And how can I be a fanboy if I ain't even a fucking fan of his? You don't like to keep it real, El Jefe. That's the problem. You don't like to keep it a buck.
I'm the realest in the game, bro.
No, so you're not being real about Terrence Crawford. You're not. He's too skilled.
You know, Jefe, if it's fuck with you.
Yeah, but this fool, I was talking about Spence before he even showed up on the scene. I got into a fucking matter of fact, the first day I was on the UGC, it was all of them on the panel against me over Errol Spence. And here this nigga talking about something I jumped on.
Bro, I've been talking about Errol Spence, bro, ever since I was on Jalik the Leader. Yeah, because Jalik was a Crawford fan and I was a Spence fan, bro. And we would debate that shit every fucking day, bro. So D Jefferson stopped playing with me, bro. I was on there before you, bro. I remember when you first jumped on the UGC and you got cooked, bro. You got cooked.
Okay. Hold on for a second. El Jefe, if you keep lying, I'm gonna kick your ass off. You lying, bro. Don't sit up here lying. First and foremost, you was not on the UGC before me. Nobody fucking knew you. I was there before you. That's the truth. That's the facts. You weren't there before me. None of us fucking knew you. So if you was hollering about Spence, we didn't fucking know, because we didn't fucking know you. But the first day I jumped on the UGC, it was the entire fucking UGC panel against D Jefferson, and I was advocating Spence. So stop your bullshit.
Yo, D, you know Hefe's cheesing right now.
No, bro. Hold on, but you didn't defend Spence like El Jefe defended Spence, bro. You didn't defend Spence like El Jefe defended Spence, bro. You called him a ducker, bro. You called him a ducker. I remember that, bro. So you gotta keep the same energy, bro. I'm a real Spence fan, bro. I've always been a Spence fan, loyal Spence fan, man.
That means you're a Spence fanboy if you can't admit that he's up. You're a fanboy. That's all you're saying. That's all you're proving to us. You're a Spence fanboy if you can't admit the fact that he's up. Listen, Danny Garcia, I put a video up about this. Danny Garcia and Errol Spence agreed to fight each other before the Porter fight and before the Granado fight. So if they agreed to fight each other, who does that mark out? Terrence fucking Crawford. Duck. Hello? Okay. Thank you. Stop being a Spence fan.
Oh, no, I lost signal, bro. I don't know what he said.
No, you did.
The only problem. Hey, what's up, guys? I'd like to jump in right here because, this is a subject that's near and dear to my heart. In the active boxer scene, Before Crawford was ever at 147, Spence was trying to fight Porter.
Yeah. So what?
So it doesn't make just all of a sudden Crawford comes up doesn't mean all of us because he actually gets the fight that he's been trying to get for years. That doesn't mean he's ducking Crawford. It means that he is finally realizing his goal of fighting Porter that he's been trying to get for years.
Right. Okay, so Smoke, let me reiterate my statement. So, because what you're saying is irrelevant to the fucking statement I made, 100% irrelevant. What I said is before Spence fought Porter and before Danny Garcia fought Granados, they agreed to fight each other, which means their next fight, they X'd out Crawford. I didn't say anything about him fighting Porter that made it up. As a matter of fact, I argued with unbiased and all of them, and he was unifying a championship against another champion. So you cannot say he's ducking one champion to unify against another fucking champion. So your point is irrelevant to what I said.
Sorry, you're talking about Garcia. You're saying that because he fought. You're saying because they had a plan to fight Garcia after Porter, that means he's ducking Crawford?
Well, if you tell Crawford, go get a belt and I will fight you, then you go into a unification match with fucking Sean Porter, your next fight should be with the guy you told to go get a belt and I would fight you, not no fucking cherry picking Danny Garcia. So yes, I'm calling it a duck.
Yeah, the only problem is he didn't tell Crawford to go get a belt. He said it's strap season, and if Crawford has a belt, he didn't tell Crawford to go get a belt. He never talked to Crawford.
Okay, Smoke, I'm done with that because he did tell Crawford to go get a belt. Yes, he did. And for some reason, you're the only one who didn't get that. But even El Jefe knows that he told Crawford to go get a belt.
He did. So just to back up, how did that conversation go? What happened like before that? Were they in a room? Like, when did he say to Crawford, go get a belt?
Check this out, Smoke. Let me take this from another angle. Because I'm not going to argue with you about the semantics of what he said to Danny Garcia. So I'll go another angle with this. He said, man down, strap season. I want to collect all the straps. Danny Garcia didn't have a fucking strap. Mikey Garcia didn't have a fucking strap. And Ocampo, I'm not going to say anything about because it was an IBF mandatory and they would have stripped him regardless of who the mandatory challenger is. But those are two fights that he didn't have a strap and didn't go after the straps. Now what, Smoke?
Okay, so if by strap season you mean your interpretation of strap season? I'm not saying that your interpretation is incorrect at all. I'm just saying you're saying that all of his fights need to be championship fights.
No,
fine.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, you got it wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to not championship fights, but he needs to fight only champions, only guys with belts?
No, I'm not saying that either, but go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to finish your statement.
Okay, so if all he's supposed to if strap season, as Errol Spence was describing it, is supposed to be he's only collecting belts, he's not fighting anybody who doesn't have a belt, then I will say that what he said about strap season was false. That doesn't mean that he all of a sudden now is ducking Crawford. Okay, you can call him bullshit on strap season, but to now go the extra mile and say he's ducking Crawford, how's that the case?
Because it's tied in. That's exactly where the point I was coming from. If you as a champion tell me it's all about the straps, I'm going after these champions. I'm going to get these straps and clean out the 147-pound division. And you take two fights outside of what you said strap season. Not what I'm saying strap season, but my interpretation of what Spence says strap season means. Him going to collect those straps, unifying the division. No, he does.
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely fine. If you want to call bullshit on him saying strap season, I'm not going to sit there and argue. Like, yeah, he fought two guys that don't have belts, whatever. Whatever. Right, but the issue is, in between that, he actually offered Crawford the fight. And Crawford turned it down. He offered Crawford 60-40. Crawford said, no, I want 50-50.
They never went to negotiation ever.
No, it didn't go past that. It didn't go past that point. That's what I'm saying. It didn't get past that point.
Okay, but Spence went over the air on social media and said something about that. but they never sent an offer. They never negotiated. He just talked. So we can't put what people say because then we're going to go down a different rabbit hole. Just people saying something. The offer has to be made. Since Spence was the A side, right? The offer had to be made, and he never made an offer. He talked shit online, but he never made an offer.
Right. So him saying strap season is binding, but him saying 60-40 is just talk.
Yes, him saying strap season and his meaning behind strap season is binding, but not putting out an offer to put up or shut the fuck up, put up what you said. Yeah, that's a duck to me. And to a whole lot of other people, not PBC lovers, but to a whole lot of other people, that's called a duck.
All right, I hear you. So to me, an offer is I will fight you for 60-40. And if you say, no, I'm not going to take that offer, I want 50-50, then where are we going? That to me, that is an offer that was rejected and countered. That's an offer that was countered and rejected, right? So it's a verbal offer, but let's say instead of saying, no, I want 50, let's say Crawford said, cool, I'll take 60-40. Okay. Are they in negotiations now? Is that now a negotiation? Or is it only a negotiation? It's not a negotiation just because Crawford said no.
Question and let me answer it, bro. Don't ask a question and keep.
I got you. I just wasn't done with the question. That's all.
Okay, well, until an official offer is made, it's just rhetoric. It's just talk. So he can say what he wants. He never made an offer. You can say, okay, I'll offer you 60-40 and send the fucking paperwork to. Then they decline and send the paperwork back. Then that's a decline. But just him talking shit. It's no offer. It's just him talking shit.
Right, but isn't it once you say I'll give you 60-40, isn't it now Crawford's time to say send the offer? Send it over? Isn't that how we got to like most of these call outs? That's
not how I work. That's not how I work. Like when Teofimo was sent an offer for 1.2, he was actually sent that offer, then it's a legitimate offer to me. Errol Spence never sent the fucking offer, fam. He never sent the fucking offer. He just ran his mouth. Teofimo was actually sent an offer for 1.2, and he declined that. Now, had that happened with Crawford, we would be on the same page. But we ain't on the fucking same page because he never fucking sent an offer.
Right. So the 1.2 was a revised offer. I thought they already had negotiated, and they already went through a whole bunch of machinations. They already got past.
It was not verbal. You accepted verbal, and I'm not.
Right.
That's the difference.
But at a certain but the point is that at a certain point it was verbal. Before we got all the way down here, it was a verbal offer, right? It started off that way. It didn't start off with, hey, let's do this, and I'm going to send you a term sheet.
I wasn't with it until the paperwork was sent. You was. I'm not with it until the paperwork.
I'm not. Listen, listen. I'm just trying to figure out how one thing, him saying strap season, carries more weight than him saying, let's fight for 60-40.
It ain't no fucking offer, fam. Why you?
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was. I said, listen to me, D. You're going off into a thing. Listen to what I'm saying. You are saying you're holding him responsible for strap season, for him saying that. I'm saying you're giving more weight to him saying strap season than you're giving to him saying, I'll fight you for 60-40. And I'm saying either it's all talk or it's all real.
Okay, Canelo Alvarez, my guy. I'm calling him on his bullshit, and I have been at 160 because he and Oscar De La Hoya said they're going to clean out 160. But he ain't moving to clean out 160, and I'm giving him heat for that. Spence said, I'm going to clear out the 147-pound division strap season. I'm going after straps, but he ain't moving by fighting a fucking Garcia, both of them, in that direction. I'm keeping the same energy on that. That's my ideology. You can accept verbal agreements. I accept paperwork. And the paperwork says fucking duck.
I don't say right. I don't mind if you're saying he didn't keep the same energy to strap season. All of a sudden he got enamored by his position and all that stuff. That's one thing. To say he ducked the man that he actually said, I'll fight you. He told the dude, here's what my plan is. You want to interrupt what my plans are? Give me an offer. Call up the people. I'll gladly wipe up the floor with you. Not only that, he said, I'll interrupt my plans. Cool, 60-40. To me, that is not a duck. You can call him, you can say he's a hypocrite, you say he's fucking full of shit, but the strap season, fighting Mikey, all that, I'm not going to argue. I'm just gonna argue the duck part. I don't think either one of these guys. At no point have I thought either one of these guys have ducked each other this entire time. I felt like they've been marinating and building a fight.
That's cool, but to me, it correlates with each other, and it's a duck, whether he's my boy or not. Because I keep the same energy on this shit. To me, it's a goddamn duck. If it walks like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. And that don't mean, see, that's a lot of things with the.
Yo, what happened?
Oh, he froze. Okay, I thought it was me.
Look at all.
Oh yeah, so right. So let me go ahead and say like.
Hold on.
Oh damn. Yeah, go ahead.
Look at all of the stupid shit that Tyson Fury is doing and saying right now. I haven't denounced Tyson Fury, so I ain't gonna denounce Spence just because I feel like he ducked a certain fight. He's still accomplishing. He's still one or two. You take your pick at 147. I'll put him at number one. A lot of Crawford fans want to put him at number two, but I'll put him at number one at 147, just like I put Fury as number one in the heavyweight division. You could take your pick with him and Joshua. I got Fury number one. I got Spence number one. But I'm not going to deny the bullshit they did. Neither of them.
That's I think it comes down to how you define a duck, and the way you define it, you may be well right. I have a different definition for it. Yeah, I don't call it dude duck. I don't call it dude the duck because I don't think he's actually even avoiding Crawford. I think they're just building a fight because Crawford ain't business like that.
And I can accept that. I'm just saying we don't have to agree on that, but I can accept what you're saying because you got valid points behind it. But I'm calling it a duck. But I'm calling it a duck the same way I would call it a duck for other fighters, not just Spence. Because this is my guy. So if I would, like I said, Canelo's my guy. But I'm still going to say, no, they're not moving the way they're supposed to be moving. And Canelo.
Yeah, I like it. I like Canelo a lot too. Same thing.
And 175. Bro, that's all good and dandy. That's fine. I love it. I love what you're accomplishing. But you got to clean out 160. You got to clean out 160, Canelo. So, I mean, it is what it is. Canelo is like this. Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo and GGG, they can all duck around and do all of their dumb shit. But Canelo Alvarez offered GGG a fight, so he's responsible for ducking that work. He offered Jermall a fight, which a lot of Jermall fans don't want to accept that. He ain't offered Demetrius Andrade no fucking fight. Whether I think he can beat him or not, and I definitely think he beats Demetrius Andrade, send a fucking offer. Get this shit rolling. You trying to figure out a fight, find a fight that happened, you can't really find a fight. You ain't sent Demetrius Andrade no fucking offer. Because I don't think he'll turn it down all of the shit he talking. Right? So, like, y'all make it happen. Don't just go flapping off at the gums, but then y'all not moving to make shit happen. Spence, to me, flapped off at the gums. Crawford moves up to 147. Shit. Mikey, Danny, Sean Porter, I give him because that's unification. But all of these other fights, I don't want to hear this bullshit. I don't want to hear you trying to get Pacquiao before Crawford because Pacquiao don't want you. That's foolishness. Pacquiao don't want. He talking about fighting Conor McGregor. What do you think is going to happen after he fights Conor McGregor? He's out the fucking door. That belt's probably going to go vacant. So I don't want to hear shit about no fucking Pacquiao. Make the goddamn Crawford fight happen. Make that happen. That's where I'm at with that shit, bro. Like, I'm not going to give him no fucking pass if he's not moving on the realm that he said he was going to move. Fuck, my damn computer can rain down. Hold up. I got to go inside of this goddamn laundromat. I got my charger, though. I'm not, you know what? I should just switch to my phone. That's what I should do. Yeah, I'm getting ready to switch up. Go ahead, Smoke. Take over for a second. I'm getting ready to switch up to my phone.
All right. So this weekend was a hell of a weekend for fights post-COVID. This has been it starting to feel like there's a new normal, right? These crowdless sporting events. We had the playoffs and all that stuff, but still, like, even Lakers going to the finals, to me, got overshadowed by these fights. I mean, did you see Julio Cesar Chavez quitting? Did you pick that one? You predicted that he was gonna quit? Okay, there it is. I didn't think he was good. So
I got that wrong. I gave that stupid fucking idiot some kind of credit, and I had in the back of my mind, Smoke. I said, man, let me go ahead and pick this dude Casimero because he shows good skills. He probably will beat him. But I said, nah, Chavez done too much. He had a decent fight with Jacobs. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Chavez. But I should have stuck with my first intuition on that. Cause this fucking quitter, bro, he disappointing as hell. No, I got that one all wrong, fam.
Yeah, so I had the same thing. So I'm doing this whole thing, but like you goaded me into taking the Nation League more serious, right? So I've been doing this, and you've been like, your thing's been film study, so I've been all box rec, no film at all this whole season, right? So I'm looking at the box rec, and I'm like, dude's got like what 10 fights, something like that. But his photo on box rec, it was like he took it with his cell phone, like with his hand, a handheld camera, like it's a selfie, right? So I'm like, all right, there's no way that Julio Cesar Chavez is gonna let the family name down like this. Boy, was I wrong. But that was on Friday. That started it off. Did you see Josh Taylor knocking old boy out in one round?
Yo, that was.
Did you predict that one?
No, not at all. I predicted Josh Taylor to win, but not to knock that motherfucker out in the first round. Hell no, I didn't get that.
Right. And then so the Charlos, their first pay-per-view, it was panned by a bunch of people. It's not pay-per-view worthy and all that stuff. To me, that is one of the best pay-per-view fights in recent memory.
Yeah,
I mean, cards, like events. What'd you say?
I put in the description that I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's gonna go down as the best card this year. And I don't see anything that the DAZN, Golden Boy, Matchroom, or Top Rank can do at this point. It's gonna surpass that card before the end of the year. That's the best card.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back. I mean, you got to go back to the 2017 pay-per-views. Canelo Triple G #1 to like get some comparable value, and still even that was kind of top heavy. It was a cool card, but damn, like last night it was like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. I'm like, these are champions fighting in the middle of the damn day. What's going on here? Like, man, it was a little bit discombobulating, but at the same time, it was just straight fire. I really appreciate what all the people did. The English cards, the Spanish cards. I think there was like a Russian card. The prediction league is fire for the actual cards the champ picks, so you can get a taste of all of the different bouts that are happening. Yesterday I had a great time with boxing. All the Charlo haters, maybe they didn't have such a good time, or maybe the PBC haters didn't have such a good time. But yeah, I didn't think Lomachenko got robbed. I think he basically won 3 rounds, and it was maybe 3 swing rounds. It could have gone either way, but there's no way that I could find 7 rounds for Lomachenko in that fight.
Right, I had it almost like you. I had Charlo winning every round in 2 swing rounds, 8 and 10. Right, so which means maximum you could give the Lomachenko 5. Maximum you could give him 5. So anybody who gave him 7-5, I accepted it because I had 2 swing rounds. But I edged both of those swing rounds to Charlo because although they exchanged punches on an even level at 8-10, I believe Charlo's punches were more telling, and you could see that by Sergey's eyes swelling up. He looked like he was fucking mangled. Charlo looked like he was in a tough sparring match after that fight, right? So that's why I swung those rounds to Charlo. So I gave him the 9-3. But this 6-6 garbage, like, bro, LFA and Mark, they said 6-6. I don't see 6-6. Not even, no way. No 6-6. No.
Listen, like I said, there's 3 swing rounds. If you want to give all 3 of them to Lomachenko, then you could get 6-6. But, whatever. The only thing is, the best he could have got was a draw.
Right.
I mean, that's the best, and that's if you give him every benefit of the doubt.
What was your other swing round? I'm pretty sure you had 8-10 as well, right? What was the third?
I was at a fight party, so I was just like, I don't remember which ones are which kind of thing.
I heard a couple of people say number 1, like the first round was the swing round because it wasn't much action. Kind of, they was measuring each other out. You know what I mean? So I heard 1, 8-10. I had 8 and 10. But
there was a couple of rounds like where Lomachenko, I felt like the success that he was having was to the body.
Yeah,
and that's just a little bit tougher to score, right? It's not like some people consider that the same as a headshot, but then other people don't. So it's just really how you score body push shots, right?
Right. Exactly. And I will say this, man. Charlo's chin is already proven, the chin, right? But after that body work that the Reverend Chenko put on him and hurt him to the body, he showed heart, he showed resilience, he showed that he could take good body shots, right? So this dude's complete, man.
Yeah, he also showed stamina. Yeah, not only did he look like he was not only did he look like he had been in a tough sparring after the fight, he was ringside for his brother's fight, cheering him on, having a great time, clapping it up, engaging the game. He wasn't swole up, he wasn't resting, he wasn't recuperating. He was chilling. He was on to the next.
Right. The Reverend Chenko,
very same night
to the hospital. They took the Reverend Chenko to the hospital after that fight. Charlo was in fucking seats, fam.
And body shots are supposed to take your stamina away. They're supposed to make you tired, right? He wasn't tired. He was chilling.
Well,
he was chilling.
Those two Charlos, man, you know, people like PBC fighters do this, PBC fighters do that. Don't stereotype the Charlos because don't stereotype the Charlos and don't stereotype Wilder because they keep themselves in shape in between fights. I don't want to hear that shit about the partying and being out of shape.
Yeah, right.
They keep themselves in shape. Their bodies fit in between fights, and that shit showed. And that the
did you freeze again? Yeah, I'm gonna just add that Porter also stays in shape. You know, even though he had his shave, you know, he had to get a haircut in order to make weight once. He still stays in shape between fights. Oh, look at that! Your mouth is all hanging open. That is a absolutely tragic position to get frozen in. Hopefully you come back soon. But until then, let me. There you go.
Yeah, I'm back. It's stupid. My phone heating up, so I don't know if you can hear the noise, but I got it in front of the air conditioning in my car.
No. No, it's out. Yeah, no, it's masked nicely. But that banana fight, man. Yeah, man. Bananas, what is it about him? He just doesn't have the hand speed. He doesn't have the hand speed. He doesn't have the heart. He has he feels like pressure is going to be the thing that breaks people down. Like he's been fighting some weak-minded guys. Like you come up to a guy that you just can't pressure. They ain't going to break like that. Like Charlo at a certain point was willing to take 3 to give 1. And I don't think Banana was ready for that at all. Like his adjustments, his plan B and C seemed to be.
He went in there, and the first time, no, I was like, he went in there with J-Rock, and the first time he popped J-Rock clean, J-Rock's whole demeanor changed in that fight, all of it. And I said, when he goes in there with Charlo, he ain't gonna be able to go in there and just have his way. He's gonna hit Charlo, and Charlo's gonna keep coming, keep pressuring him. I don't know why the fuck y'all think that Jason Rosario's gonna stop or beat Jermell Charlo. He's not, because the Charlos have chins. This is another thing that people don't understand. Jason Rosario, he's no great body puncher. He goes upstairs. He's a headhunter, and he puts the pressure on. But Charlo's got a chin, so you're not just gonna go up there headhunting like you do.
Oh yeah, that's another frozen. So I'm gonna just pick that part up about the J-Rock. I think that Charlo was actually using that and trying to draw Rosario in because he spent a lot of time on the ropes. And you know, I was hearing people say that, you know, he hurt him to the body, that Charlo don't want it. That's why he's respecting the power. But I saw him trying to trap Rosario by going to the ropes and try to catch him slipping. That's what I saw him. That's what I saw him doing. Like Rosario's reach, it seemed like his reach was like 2 or 3 inches longer. And if I'm not mistaken, they're like kind of the same length, at least on paper. But I'm not certain about that. But yeah, it looked like Rosario had the much longer reach, and maybe Charlo was bothered by the length of the jab. And Rosario's jab was working last night. He was pumping it. It was coming out at weird times. He was actually working that jab real nice. But at the same time, around the second or third round, I saw that Charlo wasn't getting hurt and was playing possum a little bit. He was doing his black beast, and I was like, all right, let me see if and that's a shout out to the UFC, not any sort of race bait. And UFC also had a card last night that I think illustrates for me this whole argument about UFC versus boxing. UFC is one organization. Boxing is global, and it's at like the UFC cannot compete with boxing. It just can't. Like, leave it alone. Not event for event or sport for sport. Like, it just can't do it. Like, you may be able to knock off an organization like Main Events or Top Rank during COVID or something like that, but stop it. Like, you guys just go enjoy what you got going on, and let boxing be boxing. Let boxing live. Like I was saying, I think Rosario definitely was having some success, but I think Charlo was playing that success up and trying to walk him onto something and try to catch him with something when he was slipping. And at a certain point during that strategy, Charlo got clipped. He got hit with something nice, and then he said, "You know what? Bump all this." And all of a sudden, he came alive and started swinging for the fences. He tried to take Rosario's head off. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, this is some bullshit. Like, if you hurt, you can't just go ahead and explode like that, like at will, because you got embarrassed on TV. Yeah, right? That's something else that's happening, right?
And one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Smoke. My bad.
The first knockdown I thought was a little bit suspect, but I think it's ironic given the fact his name is Banana. And he slipped. He slipped. Hey. I was like, that's what happens when you pick a messed up nickname. That's what happens to you. But that second knockdown, that left hook Charlo put on that boy's forehead was ugly. That was something. That was a thing of beauty. And that jab, like I heard some of the people, like for whatever reason, they were picking against Charlo. That didn't have anything to do with what's going on in the ring, right?
Exactly.
And so the way Banana fell and the way the histrionics afterward, they're like, the fix is in, there's a fight, and there's just a jab and all that. Nah, that dude got caught with something he did not expect, something he did not see, right to the pit of his stomach after being hurt. And for me, Rosario is a guy that gets stronger later. Like, he was factor in. I think if he would have been able to last a couple more rounds, he would have recovered from the how he got hurt a couple rounds previous, and he would have been able to take that shot. But in that moment, at that point, nah. I mean, that dude looked like he was sucking for air for real. You can't fake sucking for air. The replay though, you can't do that. Yeah, like listen, I am a movie buff. Like, I love acting. Like, I'm not even gonna go into my whole thing, but that's part of my life was there, right? So, yeah, if that's an act, he is better than every single actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, on the replay, it looks like he just flat out just quit on the ground. That's what it looked like to me. He didn't. I mean, it looked like he wasn't gonna try to get up, and I chalk it up to exhaustion. The beating that he took in the previous round, and just really, man, I feel like people are trying to underplay Jermell's success in the fight.
Yeah,
I definitely see. I thought he tried to get up. I thought he tried to get up. I thought my man was going to be punching the air like Simon Brown. Like, when he hit the ground, here's what I'll say is weird about it. The way that he was trying to get up, I thought he got hit to the head. I thought he was something like so when I saw that he got dropped from a body shot, I was like, oh damn, how was my man struggling that hard to get up and his head flopping like that? But then I saw him on the rope, and he was definitely looking like a fish out of water.
It looked like he quit.
Trying to get that. He needed oxygen.
Yeah, because I mean, he looked like he was gonna get up. He looked like, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna just lay here." That's what it looked like to me. So
yeah, I went unbiased, and that's what I'm like. I'm with you on that, unbiased. I would say more that he quit on himself than it was fixed or some dumb shit like that. Like, oh no, it won't fix the dude. Listen, we sit and watch Chavez Jr. quit. just because y'all was so high on Jason Rosario, don't act like the dude couldn't have quit. Don't act like he couldn't have quit just because y'all so high on him. Because all of these people come out, he beat J-Rock, and now they want to make him top 2-3 boxer in the fucking. Dude, he didn't ever prove anything. He beat a heartless J-Rock. J-Rock don't have a heart, fam. Let's get it out there. As soon as he popped J-Rock, J-Rock gave up on himself and started running and started getting Rosario's too aggressive for that. And J-Rock don't have a chin.
And his legs wasn't there. From I think that when he got like officially dropped the second time, his legs, they didn't look like it recovered. So I think it was a mixture of things, man. He was tired, exhausted, and I don't think he actually fully recovered from the previous round where he got dropped.
Yeah.
So, to me, like what you guys are describing, and admittedly, I haven't seen the knockout again. I've only watched it live. I was at a party. I was sipping on something. I was having a great time. Right.
Yeah.
But from what I saw from last night, right, and the way that you guys are describing it, to me, it's more of a like what Anthony Yard did with Kovalev, right? Dude was tired as hell, and he made a business decision on the mat. I could get up and get knocked the fuck out like real bad, or I could just chill right here and take the count. I felt like I don't know when I saw Rosario slumped over that bottom rope. That didn't seem like an act. That didn't seem like he was giving up on himself. That looked like he was hurt. As a matter of fact, that was like somebody need to call a doctor.
Yeah. And Smoke, let me ask you this, because I'm getting ready to start something with you now. Now I'm getting ready to start something with you. With what you just said there, I actually agree. But that's what I didn't see Anthony Joshua do. He could have just stayed down there. Let me finish my thought. So when I say that Anthony Joshua didn't quit, that's what the fuck he could have did if he quit. Because I agree with him by saying you that Rosario gave up on himself. Joshua kept getting up.
So here's the thing. First, we've had this conversation. We go round and round, and I think you may have forgotten because we've had this conversation so much that I said there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to quit, right? I believe even in this conversation we brought up the Sonny Liston fight and the liniment, right? There's a point in the fight where you know you ain't gonna win, right? And you fight and you try to figure out how the hell can I get out of here? Like Sonny Liston, to his credit, was still trying to get out with a W, right? So, but really at that point he'd already quit trying to fight, like trying to actually win through any sort of legal means. Like the idea that he could beat Ali in a boxing match came down to liniment on his gloves, right? And so like I said, there's a bunch of different ways. There's all sorts of values to quitting. The way that AJ quit was he did, like again, you may remember this reference in this conversation we had. Suicide by cop. When you know you want to commit suicide, but instead of just putting the gun to your face and pulling the trigger yourself, you point the gun at the cop, and the cop gets to take you out. Right, and that's where AJ did.
AJ quit. Simple and plain, bro.
He made the ref do a dirty work.
He didn't quit,
He
bro.
didn't want
He
to
didn't
catch.
quit.
AJ quit, bro.
At least Julio Chavez Jr. had the balls to take the responsibility for looking like a guy who has no balls. Right? He at least took the responsibility for that. What AJ did was pretend like he had balls and said, "Hey, you know what? Let's have some controversy around my balls."
Okay, so hey, you guys chopped up the Jermall fight yet?
Just a little bit. We just touched on it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how people think Derevyanchenko won. El Jefe smoking dust or lean, whatever his drug of choice is today.
6'5".
But yeah,
6'6", my bad.
I was listening to you when you were doing commentary, and everybody on your panel was saying Derevyanchenko was finding his rhythm at like round 4 or 5. So there's absolutely no way that you could have scored it for Derevyanchenko when you were giving Jermall all the earlier rounds. Like let's just be honest. Like Derevyanchenko, he made a good account for himself, but he just wasn't winning rounds. Like he was eating jabs.
It wasn't a master class.
I'll give you that. No, it wasn't a master class. I didn't think it was. I didn't think Jermall just destroyed him or anything like that. I had a 7-5 Jermall. Simple. Just thought he won the rounds he won. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you hurt 1 round off, bro.
He hurt Derevyanchenko a lot in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't drop him, but he hurt him a lot. yeah, I mean, it looked like Jermall was in a sparring match versus Derevyanchenko, who looked like he got hit by a truck. So I don't know, man.
He's just not on that level. You know
He's a great. No, I think Derevyanchenko is a solid fighter. I just think he has disadvantages. His arms are short. Like it takes a lot for him to get on the inside and work. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he that's his bread and butter. He works on the inside. And versus Jermall, he just couldn't do it. Not a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, he's taking his little T-Rex ass to 154, I heard.
I don't think he'll make the weight. He's too old already.
I think it would suit him a lot better. 154, I think that would definitely suit him a lot better, honestly.
But who would you say did a better job beating Derevyanchenko? Jacobs, Triple G, or Charlo?
I think Jacobs probably. It's between Jacobs and Charlo because I feel like Chenko beat Triple G.
I'm thinking Charlo beats the holy hell out of Triple G now.
Oh yeah, he's fucking.
Probably.
Competitive, but Triple G is just too old already.
Yeah, he's too old, man. He's way too old.
But the middleweight division, bro, it's a two-man division. Canelo, Charlo, they gotta get it on, bro. I think it's a fight a lot of people would pay money to see. So hopefully they make that.
I don't think Andrade really competes with them guys. I'm sorry, bro. The straight, like looking at Charlo's chin, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's anything Andrade's going to throw that Charlo's going to be wary of. And the jab of Charlo is sharp and it's like a power punch. So I feel like we know Andrade's off balance by himself. And then his chin is not good. So I think he gets stopped.
Yeah, the thing is, like Charlo killed that whole champ. He is a legitimate 160-pound champ now. Andrade needs to do the same thing. He needs to find some guys. There's not very many guys out there. Jacobs is not in the division anymore. There's not very many guys that he can fight to have him catch up to what the other guys are doing now. Like,
bro,
he needs a Triple G fight.
You know who we're forgetting to say, bro? Eubanks. Charlo would be a hell of a fucking fight because Eubanks has a fucking chin.
Yeah, I don't like. I heard Nuke. Like I was on Nuke's live this morning on the Raw, IBFP Raw. I didn't really go back and forth with him about that, but he was like, he don't want to hear anything about it. Eubanks. I don't think that would be a bad fight after this referee change fight. To tell you the truth, I don't want to agree. I agree with halfway. Eubanks would be a good fight because he's too strong. He's training with Roy now. Eubanks is not a sucker. He's not a scrub. Like he's not this level fighter. So I don't mind that fight. But I would rather Jermall Charlo try to unify. That's what I would rather him do. Hey, look, guys, if I drop again, y'all go ahead and hold it down because I'm getting ready to take this stuff out and get to the house just in case I go off again.
Drop that cricket shit, bro. Get some better internet, bro.
First off, Harvest in the Woods, boy. This is Verizon. My phone is heating up. So kill that bullshit.
And I would love that Eubanks fight, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Eubank is good. Like people shit on Eubanks, but he's actually good. He's good on the inside, man. And you saw the success Chenko was having with Charlo on the inside. Imagine a stronger Eubanks. You know what I'm saying? He could actually muscle Charlo around a little bit because they almost got the same frame. If you look at the fight, Charlo looked like a whole division class above Derevyanchenko. So that shit was crazy to me. So I'm just saying, Eubanks fight, I think that'd be a little bit closer, man.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it's a good fight. And another thing with Jermall Charlo is prior to this fight, I was saying that Jermell Charlo was the better boxer, but last night Jermall Charlo showed to be the better boxer, in my opinion. You know,
Jermall Charlo last night. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know, man, but I'm buying. What do you think about that first round knockout Kong Song and Josh Taylor, dog?
Man, I didn't listen. I didn't call that. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell,
the body
no,
shot.
Me either. Josh Taylor showed me a lot last night, boy. That dude is ready. And now I'm gonna say this too, because Josh Taylor was talking about his move to 147. I was like, I don't know, Josh, but bro, he can compete. He can compete.
He got
there.
the frame. He got the
Yeah.
frame. 5'10".
Yeah. So I mean, much respect to Josh Taylor. I still think that he has some problems with these dogs at 147, but I think that he's competitive, much more competitive than I gave him credit for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay on the fence on that one because I don't know yet. He still has to show me more. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Because I mean, Konsong, it was a good stoppage, and Konsong had power, right? So I, you know, watching his fights, I knew he had power. So I figured, hey man, he could possibly give Taylor a little bit of work, but that's not what happened. He got stopped in a round. So I can give Taylor his credit, but I'm gonna still wait for him to have a fight at 147.
You know what else too? I think unbiased is that similar to Jason Rosario, right? These domestic level fighters and these guys that haven't stepped up to the level of competition, we don't know where their hardware is like, what it's like downstairs. And you used to fight them, bias. You know you got to do work to build up those muscles down around the abdomen and shit to build that core up. And we don't know where these guys' cores are. This is why they got stopped to the body like that. I mean, even guys that have good you know, shot, so it can happen. But these guys ain't fought the top guys. And Jason Rosario hollering about he never had a full camp. Man, maybe his body weak. Same thing with Konsong. Maybe that body weak. You know what I mean?
Maybe his trainer knows, like, all right, we can't go too hard because you might overtrain. Even like a full camp is overtraining, depending on your body structure. So it could be that. Could be. You can't use that as an excuse, though. That's bullshit.
No excuse. No excuse. You got your ass with Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo. They killed a whole lot of noise. And these people got to stop hating on those boys and give them their respect, because they both put a lot of questions last time, straight up. And look, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, because I got to clear something out real quick. This lying motherfucking El Jefe. I'm glad you came on here. When I first came to the fucking UGC, none of us knew nothing about El Jefe. True or not?
True. Yeah.
Okay. When I first came to the UFC, what did the whole entire panel argue with me about? What fighter?
Earl Spence.
Thank you. Shut the fuck up, El Jefe. You lying fuck. Nah.
You didn't keep it real, bro. You didn't keep it real.
El Jefe always lying, bro. But El Jefe, man, El Jefe over at the UGC, man. You know, never mind. I ain't even going back then. I'm just saying. But yo, what do you think about like the pay-per-view buys, man? You think this card is gonna do well? Because I think it was successful, man. I ain't gonna lie.
200K.
200K.
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, bro. I liked it. I'm just not comfortable with how many people actually bought it, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay for it. I liked it, but I didn't pay for it.
Me neither.
Yeah. I had to cop that joint. I paid for it. I had a party, whole nine. It's fun as hell. I haven't done that. I haven't paid for a party. Yeah, that's the third one since 2018, right? So I did it. That's 2 this year, and then the Fury Wilder first one. But other than that, yeah, I catch him. Maybe I'll stream it. Maybe.
But the fight card itself, man, that shit was fire. It was fire to me. The Neri fight, it was like, but other than that, it was a good fight. I felt like maybe they could have switched it up and made Jermall the main event, but either way, it was a good fight. Good card.
Yeah, the issue, I think that it worked well. The problem was it's a little bit of a letdown after you see a main event and then you see a fight that's really an undercard. Like the Neri fight after the other Charlo fight was just kind of a weird thing. But because Charlo knocked Banana out, because Mel knocked Banana out and Maul went to the cards, I think they got the order right. Ultimately, it's just they had that dip with the Neri fight. But I don't think anyone expected the Neri fight to be a dip. I think that people expected for Neri to take that dude out.
And the reason why I say they could have switched it around is, to me, even though Jermell stopped him, the Derevyanchenko fight had more action to me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it didn't go down again. I'm on my way home. Got there washing clothes and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, even all for sports. Like, if you're a sports fan, this weekend was it was a welcome respite for what's been going on in the last few months. It's been on since Friday. It's been nothing but a treasure for sports fans. Either basketball or UFC or today football. Yeah, it's nice.
I don't know, man. The UFC card was kind of. UFC card wasn't that.
Yeah, no, it was ass. But apparently, UFC guys, like, that's what people expect out of UFC right now. And I'm not gonna rake UFC over the coals too hard, because I was watching all those top ranked cards when they came out, all those Franco fights and all that. So a bad card is a bad card. I will say that you didn't have to pay for those top ranked cards. I don't know if that UFC was a pay-per-view or not.
Yeah, it was a pay-per-view. But let me say this, because hold on, bro. OBC said, hold on, bro. OBC said D used to get roasted by unbiased and Black Horseman at the start. Facts, bro. Facts. I 100% agree with that.
Okay,
You froze, bro.
But wait. Hold on, Hefe. When you used to come over there, you used to get
I ain't gonna get roasted, bro. Stop lying, bro.
You used to get bodied and put backstage.
I would never get roasted, bro.
Look, check this out. This ain't the MXBC, fucker. So you gotta let somebody else talk. Now, I will say this. The only thing that used to happen over at the UGC is unbiased used to come save Black Horseman's ass every fucking time. Period. That's exactly what used to happen. He used to say, I used to be smashing Black Horseman ass up, and unbiased or Red Glove Militant would step in there with some sensible talking points. And that's exactly what happened every fucking time. Black Horseman has never, ever bodied me, and he never fucking will, because he's a fucking casual. Period. And when he had the chance to do it one-on-one on the MXBC, who won that? El Jefe.
Well, I already bodied your ass on the Kumite, but it's all good. Go ahead.
Okay, well, hey, BDA, what's up with you, buddy? BDA, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, thanks. See, this is the thing with El Jefe, everybody. Now he's embarrassing himself all morning, because first he tried to tell a lie about the UGC. Oh, then unbiased steps in here, debunks that. So, Mr. BDA and the Kumite, him and King Bucho, do you recall El Jefe ever bodying D. Jefferson in the Kumite? Your Kumite?
Can't say that I do.
Yeah, I can't say that I do either, because that's just yet another lie by El Jefe. I bodied you and your boy JFL on the same fucking day. And furthermore, El Jefe, I bodied everybody I faced in the Kumite thus far. I'm undefeated. So stop your lies. Once again, El Jefe.
Oh yeah, I do remember you bodying Jefe and JFL, and then you challenged them to the push-up challenge, and they both turned it down. I do remember that. Was that
right? That's all I remember knows about D. Jefferson is getting bodied. You know what I'm saying? That's all he knows. You fuck with me, El Jefe, you get bodied. And anytime you want to take a shot at the title again, says. Cut that out, El Jefe. You gotta win, El Jefe. You can't be a false champion. BDA, what you think about the card this weekend, fam?
Well, I'm gonna keep it short because I don't want to rehash everything, but it was a good card. I hope the next PBC cards are stacked like that. But I gotta tell you, man, this is classic human behavior. We want boxing, then we get boxing, and I'm sitting there midway through the event, and I'm thinking, fuck, this is too many fights, man. What was it, like 9 fights total? Or about 8? Or...
It was 6. It was 6 fights. I did the whole card, actually. And I kind of got a little perturbed because of the 2 fights that were in between the Charlo fights. But it is what it is. But it was 6 fights. And after that Jermell Charlo fight, when I was like, damn, we got 2 more fights? What the fuck, bro? But, you know, it is what it is. I think it was an excellent card, though. I think they put on a good show for us.
Yeah, all the fights were competitive, at least on paper, and the Charlos delivered. They performed like we expected them to, or like we wanted them to. The only thing I don't get is when they finally stepped up, and some people are like, "Oh, you said they never fought anybody." Well, they really hadn't stepped up this way before, but I mean, there's no complaints last night. It was a fantastic set of performances. They're both durable, the Charlos. This is what people were telling me over at our show. They were like, people that were calling in, like, Derevchenko's going to stop Charlo. And I'm thinking, Charlo's got a good chin. And they will go, no, he's never fought a big puncher. But this is what bothers me when people bring up punchers. First of all, if you fight a guy like Golovkin and he drops you, doesn't mean you have a bad chin. It's just you're fighting one of those guys that's 1 in 1,000 with punching power. The reason why I determined that the Charlos have a good chance is because of the way they react when they get hit. When Harrison was teeing off on Charlo in the second fight, Charlo wasn't panicking. He wasn't running away. Wasn't excessively clinching. He was taking the shots and giving back. Same thing with the other Charlo, Jermall. When he fought Julian Williams, taking clean shots, and he never, he shook him off and stayed on point and eventually got Williams out of there. So I can safely say now, especially after last night, that they do have good chins. Even though Derevchenko is not a power puncher, he nevertheless has enough punching power to get your respect, and Charlo just took those punches off. So shout out to the Charlos, man. They kept it tight. They did what they had to. Now the question is, who would you guys rather see Charlo in against, Andrade or Triple G, if those things were even possible?
Either. I want to see him in there with either of those guys, preferably GGG or Andrade. But I will accept.
Yep. He keeps freezing.
He froze. I want to see Triple G Andrade. He just had a tough fight. I don't give a damn who he fights next, really. But I want to see him fight the winner of Triple G Andrade. Or fight either one of them.
Right. But let's say you have to choose between Charlo, like he has to fight one of those guys, Andrade or Triple G.
Triple G. I think it's time for him to get a
Y'all
Hall
hold
of
the
Fame
show
on
down
there.
right quick. I'm going to switch back to my computer.
I think it's time for him to get his Canelo on and get a faded, Hall of Famer on his resume.
Yeah, that would be an interesting fight, man, for sure. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, man, Andrade on DS a little bit too sloppy for my taste. I don't know if he can keep Charlo at bay or even out.
Andrade has to prove something so that I can be like, yeah, that's a good win for either Triple G or Charlo. Like, I think people, the fans that are saying everybody's ducking him, once somebody actually beats Andrade, the fans that are saying that the people are ducking him aren't even going to give the people that beat him credit. I already know how this goes. You know what I'm saying? So I already see it. Triple G can go and stop Andrade, and they'll be like, oh, Andrade never fought anybody after. Well, that's what we were telling you beforehand, but you didn't give a fuck. You just wanted to see the fight, right? So that's what I'm saying. Andrade, to me, is a paper champion. He's been a paper champion in 2 divisions. He hasn't fought anybody, really. I think Triple G might stop him, and I know, in my opinion, I think it's definite Charlo stops him. So I don't care about the dude.
Yeah, with Andrade, the YouTube boxing community has been divided over Andrade. There's one faction of YouTube that thinks that Andrade is the boogeyman and that he's been avoided. Then you got people like me who, yeah, he's good. Don't get me wrong. Andrade is good, but the question is not whether he's good, is whether he can beat Charlo. And that after their last performance, I will say though, well, here's my question to you guys. Where would you rank, or how would you rank Andrade's performance against Sulecki?
Middling.
Sulecki?
Yeah.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, if Sulecki's, for me, is Sulecki like the measuring stick? Because I mean, Gabe Rosario dropped him like 3 times in the 9th round. I mean, some refs would have waved that off. So I'm not really too high on Sulecki, but I mean, his performance, yeah, I'd give it like a 8 or 9 versus Sulecki.
But nothing that you saw in that fight would tell you that it would allow you to pick him over Charlo.
Nah.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that is because I think Sulecki, maybe I'm wrong, but I think I would qualify that as Andrade's best win. That or the Martiriosian fight. The Kolke fight was very close, and Kolke he's a grinder. He'll do that to you. But it was a Zulensky fight. He fights a lot like Charlo. Well, he has the same dimensions at least. So it's the best measuring stick we've got. But I don't know. Yeah, Zulensky doesn't have the power Charlo has. But overall, yeah, the Charlo's performed. Now, 154-pound Charlo, good job himself. He was taking Banana's best shots. And for the people that are saying or questioning Banana's, whether he caved in or whatever, I think based on the way he reacted, I think he didn't expect the punch caught him off guard because he was convulsing and all that. It's like I don't know many boxers that are that good at actors to be able to go into convulsions like that. So I think he genuinely, his body went into shock. He was panicking because he couldn't breathe, and I think that's indicative of him not expecting that shot.
That's what I said, BDA. I said the same thing. Like, these things happen, man. This is boxing. Like, things happen that you don't expect.
Are you in Industrial Light and Magic right now? Why is there a green screen in the background?
Okay, that's my green screen. I'm still on my phone. I'm loading my computer up.
Yeah, man. I think he was coming forward. He had a plan, and all of a sudden there was something jabbing it in the stomach. Like, I don't think he was expecting it, and I don't think he saw it. And he ran full force right into a real stiff arm into the pit of his stomach.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Charlo,
Yeah, because he
tried to hit his spine. He tried to hit his spine from the front.
Because he dropped right away. You know what I mean? It's not like he hesitated in an acting move and then dropped. No, he like boom, hit, boom, fell back. I think his body was in shock, man. From that. Yeah. That's all it takes, really. That's all it takes, really. A front, like sometimes guys can load up on shots and all that, but it's a nice, just compact shot right on the plexus that will do it to you. And I've felt those type of shots too. And oof, even though if you don't drop, you can at least fake. Oh, it didn't hurt, but it takes like in video games, you get the health bar. If you get hit right there, it takes like a quarter off of your health bar, man.
Especially if you're the one coming forward on the shot and you don't see it, and you just basically, because you're pushing basically your spine towards his fist. Then it's not even him. He just put his fist out and did it straight. I mean, he had some force in it when he did it and all that, but it's a combined force with Banana coming forward, him not suspecting it, him not seeing it, is done.
Right.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, man, what about Jarrett Hurd? How does he fit in a fight with this new Charlo that seems to be improving a bit?
Charlo, you don't want none of that. Yeah. I think Banana would beat the holy hell out of Hurd.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hurd's defense is too. It's non-existent. Like, he wasn't taught defense. It's just his face. So honestly, that's bad. That's a bad matchup for him when it comes to a power puncher like Charlo or even Rosario. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, he uses his face and his body for defense, and he wants to get in close. It's all bad for a guy like Banana. Like, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. There's not a guy. J-Rock and Hurd is a good fight, because J-Rock turns into a different fighter once you touch him.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. But that brings me to the question also is who can actually take Charlo out in there, because it seems like a lot of guys are chinny at 154. Harrison, Lubin, Williams. Like, you need a good chin if you want to put pressure on Charlo, man. And I don't. Did you guys mention Castano before? I think I heard you mention Castano that he would probably be the best opponent there.
But I think that Charlo is just 154 king. As much as motherfuckers don't want to admit it because they hate the Charlos, I think that Charlo is 154-pound king right now. Come take the king off of the fucking throne. But he's the king at 154.
Yeah, he should be universally recognized, and he should be universally recognized as the king at 154. And I think I don't know, as far as a pound for pound, it depends. Everybody's list
who has the WBO belt?
But I feel like he should definitely be in the conversation for everybody for their top 10.
Textera Bias has the WBO belt, but
so then he's not the king yet.
No, he's getting ready to fight Castano. So I say he's the king because he got 3 belts. Textera got 1. Just like these Anthony Joshua fans say he's the king because he got 3 belts. Tyson Fury has 1, right? And not only does Jermell have 3 belts, he has 3 belts with the lineage.
Yeah, I'm talking about undisputed. That undisputed. That's what I'm talking about. Like to be the man at the division, to call yourself the king that nobody can
Yeah.
dispute. Then to me, right now, that's not Charlo and it's not AJ. But if I were to a gun to my head, who I believe would win that fight, Charlo versus Castano, Charlo.
Yeah.
Charlo versus Testera, Charlo.
Right.
So I ultimately think, yeah, he's gonna be the guy, but just for purposes of who right now, I'm gonna say that not yet, but I think he will be for sure.
If I could just from my perspective, like when they added the WBO to the sanctioning bodies, right, and there was 4 belts, they came up with this phrase that I didn't previously hear. I mean, if somebody else heard it, you can correct me. But that universally recognized, and they started doing that for Vladimir Klitschko. They, instead of being undisputed, they had him as the universally recognized top of the division, right? And he never got undisputed, but he was always the man at heavyweight for 6 years.
Yeah.
Without being undisputed.
Right. I mean, we can say King undisputed, but we can, we don't have to argue that. But we can say this: Jermell Charlo is the man at 154. Like he's the man to beat. Ain't nobody worried about no damn Texera.
Did he enter your top 10 pound for pound?
Yeah, I put him over Spence. I put him over Spence because I believe he has a better resume than Spence. And now with him having
Yeah, he
3 belts
does.
and the lineal championship, yeah, I put him over Spence in the top 10. And I'm a fan of both of them, so fuck that. I put him over Errol Spence at top 10 pound for pound. So I don't know. Like if we're gonna say pound for pound, talk about accomplishment, talks about what they've done, who they fought. You know what I mean? Jermell has Spence beat. He has a better resume. He has 3 belts and the lineal championship. They both been at one weight class, so you can't use that shit. He's over Errol Spence. What has Errol Spence done to say that he's over Charlo on pound for pound? I don't know.
See, for me, just on paper, it was hard for me to do that before the fight because the level of competition I felt like J-Rock and Rosario present, right? But after the performance, yeah, I got to put him in. I haven't actually redone a top 10, but I feel like he needs to be on there.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs to be on there.
And guys, what about this? What about this? So with all of these motherfuckers that's hating on the Charlos, right? If this motherfucker get 4 belt undisputed, man, all of them dudes gotta smack themselves. They gotta smack themselves because they give Crawford all of this credit for going a 4 belt undisputed at 140. So all of them, they give Crawford that credit. They're gonna have to slide and give Jermell Charlo the same credit. They give Usyk all of this credit for going 4 belt undisputed. You're gonna have to give Charlo the credit. Every one of you fuckers. What y'all think about that?
Oh yeah, of course. They're definitely gonna have to give him credit. And to be honest, he's in a dangerous division. So all these guys could crack for the most part. They all got KO power. They're actually stopping everyone that they're fighting. So they're all knocking each other out. That's how they're losing. So I mean, it's a dangerous division to be in the first place. So him unifying all of it, you kind of have to give him the credit. The name notoriety is not there, but just look at how they're fighting and how they're stopping each other. You have to give them credit, man. You just have to.
I agree, bro. I agree. Now I will say this. I will say this about Jermell Charlo because we giving him a lot of credit, and I do believe that he deserves the credit he's getting. But he's still got to do some things better, man. He's got to do some things better because he was still headhunting in this fight. He still missed a lot of wide shots. I mean, he missed them wide, like wasn't even close. And he got himself into trouble a couple of times, but he did the right thing by jumping in there and grabbing up, not letting Rosario, get off on him. But he still has some improvements he has to make. He has to kind of learn to set some traps, man. Pump that jab more. You know what I mean? Like, utilize feints. Like it's still some work. I think it's still some work for Jermell, even though he was, he did what he did.
Yo,
Still got some work.
with all that being said, right? He's doing it without all of being as well rounded as you would like him to be, right? So you got to give him even a little bit more credit then, because he still has a lot of deficiencies. And I agree with you. He was headhunting, swinging widely, but if he goes ahead and unifies the whole division with all those deficiencies, then bro, that's that's what's up. You got to give him credit.
Facts. I want you 100% on that, man. What do you think, BDA?
Yeah, man. Look, I thought he was setting traps, man. I thought it was pretty. I think as soon as he dropped him the first time, even though it wasn't the cleanest of knockdowns, I think he figured out, okay, I think I can catch him coming in. Risky strategy because he was getting outworked, and this is the second time in a row we see him getting outworked. But right now, 154, man. Like I said, weak chins in there, weak chins, and so far, Charlo has proven that he is the top guy. I don't give too much credence to the belts, though. Same thing with Crawford. I didn't give him too much credit. I think I don't pay attention to belts. It's been 15 years since I stopped looking at the race. So if you ask me, hey, who's ranked number 1 in the WBC at junior welter? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't even know who holds the belts anymore. But the fact that he has beaten 2 good guys in a row by stoppage, it's not something everybody at 154 has been able to do. So he clearly is a top dog. Now, you said you wanted more from him, D. I don't know what more. Maybe if he fights Hurd and stops him, that would make a statement. Lara, a little bit too old right now. Castano, you guys mentioned him. So, but there's no Derevchenko, there's no Golovkin in there, there's no Canelo. So, I don't know what he can do to get a higher.
He gotta have to move up.
Well,
yeah, but you see, that's the part that's unfair, right? Because you just listed a bunch of names, right? So when you look at the 154 division, there's not notoriety in names like cash cows like Canelo and Triple G. Like you kind of have to go about who's the best, and when you look at the division in that term, you have to look at who's number 1, who's number 2, who they beat. And that's why I'm giving Jermell the credit that he deserves, especially if he unifies the division, because that's what's in his division. Like I'm not really with they have weak chins. I think they all can crack. They all could punch. You want to say Tony Harrison has a iffy chin? I'm with that. But Rosario, I mean, he didn't versus Gallimore, he didn't really get KO'd. So I'm not going to say he has a weak chin versus Jermell. Jermell just has serious power. That's what I think it is. And Jermall can crack too. Both of them have really good power. So I don't know. The division is what it is. And it's a tough division to be in. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of those welterweights want to move up there and try their hand at it right now. I don't see them having that much success up there.
Yeah, the Charlos, they don't have a lot of special effects. But they do lull you into a false sense of security. But those dudes are strong. One thing, I mean, that's the overall impression that I get. You can clean up a lot of stuff, right? But the fundamentals are there, and they're just strong as shit. It's gonna be tough to beat them they definitely need to work on their craft, and if their craft, surpasses as their physical gifts start to wane, hopefully their craft can take over. But that's more about the trajectory of the rest of their career. At this moment in time, those dudes are strong as hell.
Yo, but Jermall is still a tune-up for Canelo, though. I'm gonna keep that. Look. I'm sorry though. I do think Canelo definitely whoops him, bro. Just the body shots and the way that I know Canelo places his punches, I think he beats Jermall. But I think Jermall would give him the toughest fight at 160.
And I mean, he can't be no fucking tune-up. This is the thing. Like, I was just arguing with some dude that I literally had to time out, and then he left because he came in there talking this foolishness about Jermall. And he tried to pick me and Nuke in some type of, beef. So I timed him out and he left. But this is what I'm saying. I feel like before this fight with Derevchenko, I was all with y'all. I was like, Charlo ain't doing shit. He a tune-up. I was with y'all in the tune-up. I just think that this fight closed the gap. Not changed the scope of it. Like, now Jermell's winning. No, I think it closed the gap. It went from let's say 80-20 to 65-35. right? Like he's got a better chance, but I still say Canelo wins because the Reverendchenko hurt him to the body. And the Reverendchenko is a good body puncher, but not like
Canelo.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Canelo. Oh, I think that Canelo, and we know Canelo got some crack upstairs too. And this is what I was saying to this idiot that came on last night. Dude, we ain't seeing Jermell Charlo going up to 175 challenging those guys. I don't see that.
Nah.
Cole Canelo went up and took out a champion. Regardless of what y'all want to say about Kovalev. Let's see Jermell Charlo jump to 168 more 175, right? Because Benavidez gives Jermall problems. Caleb Sweet and Plants gives Jermall problems, right? So, nah, I don't got him beating Canelo. I don't have nobody at 160 or 168 beating Canelo.
But I mean 168. But those guys will give Canelo problems, though. I think exactly both of those guys will give Canelo more problems than I think Charlo will at this point. Because I think both of them are a little bit more polished. Like, you know, Benavidez is a big boy. He throws a ton of shots, and he's a lot more accurate. I like the adjustments that Charlo makes. I like the fact that he tries to set traps, but he's a little obvious with it. I think Canelo's a little bit too smart.
That's the thing.
Not a little bit too smart, a lot too smart, and a lot too polished. Canelo's a finished article, and Charlo is not.
Correct, and that's why I think it'll, like, in terms of, look, I think Canelo beats him. I think he beats him very convincingly. It'll look very convincingly, and then that's why, in my opinion, it'll look like, like a tune-up.
And bro, although these guys lost, although these two guys that I'm about to mention lost, they fought the toughest opponent in boxing right now, and that's Pacquiao and Canelo. They both fought Floyd Mayweather. Ain't no opponent in boxing tougher than fighting Floyd Mayweather. When you think about IQ, the way this man moved, they fought the two toughest guys in boxing right now. Both of them.
Yeah, Lars no slouch in there either. You got to do something. I mean, say what you will about the result. He still got in there and mixed it up with him.
Fuck Laura. That nigga's, he's 41 years old.
I'm talking about then. I'm talking about Canelo back then. He wasn't 41 then. I'm just saying he got in there. When Laura was Laura.
Fuck Laura. Laura ain't making no noise right now. Jermall beats him. Jermell beats him. Fucking shit, Hurd might beat him again.
No, the Cubans are gonna come after you now after you said that, man.
Well, Hurd did beat him. So
right.
I mean, it was a close fight. He got dropped.
Where's Billy Joe Saunders in all of this, bro? Billy Joe.
So Billy Joe, man, like, so to me, he's still dining out on Chris Eubank and David Lemieux, who I don't think are any great shakes. And
I think Chris Eubank beat him in a rematch.
Hey, Smoke, he's still dining, period. You seen his weight? He's still dining, period. That motherfucker's like a cruiserweight.
That motherfucker dining on everything, ain't it? Like everything he get his hands on. He fuck around and be like another Marcos Maidana and be like, oh shit, is that BJS? Yeah, man.
Something's wrong with that dude. Like, people get punched in the head and you can tell that something's not right about. Like, he already had an extreme personality, but now it's like, contact sport thing. Like, some of his decision making just don't make any type of sense. But yeah, all that being said, I don't put a lot of stock in Billy Joe Saunders. I think that left hook of Charlo's would absolutely decapitate that dude. Like, Yeah,
in fact, Thurston Jackson, Canelo got great head movement, man. He ain't gonna be no easy target for Charlo. You know what happens when you get inside of there and you swinging on guys and they miss you with the head, what they come back with? That body shot, especially Canelo. And what's gonna happen? Hey, man, the Reverendchenko had Jermall hurt with a couple of those body shots. I mean hurt, because Jermall, I ain't really used to seeing Jermall jump in there and wrap up like that and hold on. But he damn sure did that with the Reverendchenko because that body smoke hurt him, right? And I just can't imagine him taking Canelo shots like that. Not to the body. Like, Canelo's going to break that dude down, and if he doesn't beat him on the cards, he might actually be the first to put him away. Like, I believe that. And I know Charlo has a good chin. But will we argue Charlo's chin versus GGG or Canelo's chin? But both of those guys got hellified chins. I would say, At least from the competition, not GGG, but Canelo, at least from the competition he's faced, he's got a tougher chin than Charlo, in my opinion.
Yeah, Canelo's the complete package right now. Derevchenko, though, man, I mean, we're talking about the Charlos, but Derevchenko is an animal. This guy looks bad in the first 3 rounds, like against Jacobs, against Golovkin. Then all of a sudden, he just turns it up. It seems that the more his face gets busted up, the better he gets. I don't know. I think he should go in there with his face already busted up so he can start earlier, man. Because I mean, this guy, I don't know what he's got in his gas tank too. I mean, he was. Did you see that the last 10 seconds he jumped on Jermell and just had in Jermall and had him in the corner? Just I'm thinking, how the hell does this guy? It was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah, I was actually shocked because I had accused him of starting the gas BDA, and when he did that in the 12th round, I was like, wow, that was impressive. That was an impressive 12th round. So,
yeah, he's got a little bit of Badu Jack in him, that Navarrete Badu Jack thing. We're taking a minute.
Well, whatever it is, man, I want some of it. Jeez Louise. I mean, and I don't see anyone stopping him anytime soon, unless, of course, maybe last night's fight finally, gets to him and he starts wearing down. But look, he's fought Daniel Jacobs, Charlo, Golovkin. None of those guys could put him away. He's got to have one of the best chins, or not necessarily one of the best chins, but just best endurance out there in boxing because he never stops.
I think Charlo could put him away in a rematch because Charlo had him in some serious trouble there. And that's what I was telling people about the difference between Charlo and GGG is the styles that they fight in. GGG is not in and out. Like Charlo showed lateral movement last night as well. He showed good head movement. You see all of those punches he was having Derevchenko miss with? And that's not GGG. He's going to sit there and you'll hit him and he like bite down on that gum shield and come back at you. So I think that Jermall Charlo do have a chance, but it will be no rematch for sure. We know Jermall Charlo's not on that level to be giving guys rematches, but I think he could stop him in a rematch, potentially. To be the first one to stop him.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody out there that really wants to rematch Derevchenko. I think once they beat him, they go, that's it. I don't want to go through this again.
Yeah, exactly. That ain't no guy you just want to jump back in there with. Great Glove Militant, what's good with you, fam?
Hey, how's it going, D? What up, BDA? What up, Smoke? Yeah, I just want to say, I think yesterday was a good day for boxing. Like these are the kind of cards that we need. I give the Charlos full credit. They did what they had to do. I do think that Jermall, I agree with Unbiased. I know he looked like he dropped off, but I think he's gonna make Jermall look like a tune-up if they fight.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. That ain't his next fight. That ain't his next fight.
I don't expect it to be. He has so many options. He just has so many options. Canelo is literally gonna do whatever he feels like doing.
He's going all in on fighting that guy at 168 that nobody wants to see or care about, and he thinks that we're gonna get precious out of like noticing that he's fighting that level of guy, right? Canelo at 168 is very disappointing. It's like it's indefensible at this point, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I know who is the rankings generally in sanctioning bodies, but I'm with BDA when it comes down to it. The quality of the fight and the level of competition trumps all these stakes stuff, right? I understand that people fight for money, so I get it. I understand that people want to get into the Hall of Fame, so I understand, they fight for belts and all this stuff. But stripped away, I'm just trying to see the best, I want to see the matchups that I want to see, and that's all there is to it. And Canelo at 168 is not doing it. He's not doing it for me at all. It's a big turn off, actually.
Yeah.
You talking about Yildirim?
Yeah, Yildirim and Rocky Fielding.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wanted that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants Yildirim either. Like, I don't. But again, man, the thing with Canelo and people giving him all of this heat is I had to drop off. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming through on BDA. The thing with Canelo is Bro, did he not offer GGG to fight? Did he not offer Charlo to fight? Did he not offer Caleb Plant to fight? Did he not offer BJS to fight? Right? And then people say, well, don't nobody want to fight Crawford. Don't nobody want to fight Devin Haney. Well, don't nobody want to fucking see him to fight Canelo. So y'all could trash them the same way, but y'all want to stick up for Crawford and Devin Haney. That's that double standard bullshit.
Well, the thing is, Canelo felt like he wasn't in position to give take it or leave it offers for these guys, and not all of them. You know, I don't know. I don't know what these offers are, but for the Caleb Plant, I definitely understood. Hey, I want to have a real training camp for Canelo. I'm not trying to have this fast turnaround. Let me train specifically for you. And I understand if somebody wants to jump at the chance to fight Canelo, but if you're going to actually try to make a fight and you want to get credit for giving offers, an offer is supposed to be a negotiation, not an ultimatum.
Man, the guys move it up to fight you. No excuse. Guys moving up from 168. From 160 to 168. You're a champion. So I hear what you're saying. You got valid points, but that's just not enough for me. You're 168 champion to 160 champion. He's moving up weight to fight you. Fight him. Fight him. You're a champion. Fight him. If the roles were reversed, Canelo would take the fight with him.
Well, I don't think that. Well, I don't know that that's the case, because I think Canelo is good with taking the short end of the stick for a Mayweather, right? But I haven't seen him go like, yeah, I'm just going to fight anybody no matter the terms. I don't see that Canelo doing that.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I said if the roles will reverse, because if the roles was reversed, he's not the Canelo, the face of boxing, arguably all of that bullshit. He's in Plant's position, and Plant's in Canelo's position, and Canelo takes the fight, whereas Plant didn't.
No, because Canelo was like 22 or 23. He wasn't really in Plant's position. Like Canelo had his entire future ahead of him, and Plant is building his brand. Like he ain't young like that. He can't. If he was, it's way more like Tio, where you're just at the beginning of it and you're young enough and this dude's big enough that you're in a win-win situation no matter what. Canelo and Plant, if he loses to Canelo, he loses. That's a real win-lose situation. If he wins, it's huge. But if he loses, he actually has to go back to the drawing board and start over. All of this is a payday. And a good guy on your resume to say it's all good that you fought Canelo and lost. Like it's a sacrifice. If you're gonna be in a situation where the stakes are like that, I want to be in the best situation. So not that you have more time to rest and picking a guy because you feel like you can. Both of the guys are relatively young. If Canelo is really trying to be the dude at 168, he can negotiate with a guy and not try to just bully him, strong arm him from his position. Like, I'm not mad at Canelo about it. It's just in totality, who he's actually fighting and the way that he's moving at 168, it's uninspiring to me. Like, it's not this historical thing. It's just kind of like Canelo acclimating himself to the division, picking up trinkets and causing controversy.
All right. Flame On says, I'm surprised because I thought he was going to drop or KO him. I had him winning by stoppage. Chinko been in some wars. And see, this is the thing, though, Flame On. The drop by Jacobs and Daniel Jacobs and Gennady Golovkin, they were clearly flash knockdowns. Like, they knocked him down. When Chinko got back up, he was right into it. It wasn't like clinging on for life for the rest of the rounds. It was flash knockdowns. So like when Mikey Garcia got knocked out, he got right back up. Like, okay, Sean Porter got knocked out. He got back up. Like, okay, let's do it. So I didn't put as much into those knockdowns as people were putting into it. Saying that he got knocked down. Yes, he got knocked down on by Jacobs. Then he got knocked down by GGG, but they weren't like significant knockdowns that put him in trouble. So I didn't really correlate that to what Charlo would do. And I just picked Charlo by decision. I knew that it would be hard for Charlo to knock Derevanchenko out because, let's be honest, I don't think Charlo hits harder than GGG. I don't, personally. And then when you look at Daniel Jacobs, it was a flash knockdown. He caught him inside with the swift up and put him down. So I don't know. I just didn't. I thought for sure I was on the fence, Flame on like maybe I should pick him in the 11th or something. Like maybe he should stop him. He could stop him late. But then I was like, nah, I'm gonna just go ahead with decision. And that almost it could have happened because he hurt him there in the 11th round. But Derevyanchenko's both of his eyes was damn near closed. Like he was beat up. You guys remember what who was the guy hit up with the brass knuckles? Remind me, Smoke. Who got caught with the loaded gloves and shit.
Oh,
Margarito. Remember how his opponent looked? That's how fucking Derevyanchenko looked. Like Jermall had some brass knuckles in his gloves or something. Hey, he beat the hell out that dude, fam. That dude's face was mangled up. And Jermall looked, like I said, he looked like he came out of a good rough sparring war and was just sitting in the crowd. Derevyanchenko went to the hospital after that fight. Jermall was in the crowd cheering on his brother. Right? He mangled that dude up. That's why I gave him those swing rounds. They were close, but if you got rounds that close, then I think who does the more damage, the round should be swung in his favor, right? Those rounds were close, but who did the most damage? The two swing rounds I had was 8 and 10. I felt like Jermall did the most damage in those rounds, although they were close. So, and he mangled it.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, D. I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah. And so, that's why I was like, anybody who has it 7-5, okay, you gave him the swing rounds. But I just edged Charlo with the swing rounds because they were close. Body shots was close. Punches upstairs was close. But the more telling shots, the more damage clearly came from Charlo. So if you're going to swing the round, swing it to the guy that did more beating up, which was Charlo. I don't know. That's just how I see the shit. So
no, that makes sense because like let's say you got a situation like that Keith Thurman fight years ago with Collazo. Right. Yeah, it makes sense. You would give that round to Collazo. Everybody knows what round I'm talking about, but it would make sense that you give that round to Collazo because he was the one who made Keith Thurman fold. He didn't go down, but he folded, and there really wasn't a whole lot. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I watched that fight, but there wasn't a whole lot that happened in that round until that point.
What about Tony Yoka, man? Did any of y'all expect that? I mean,
that's the other one. No, yeah, that was the one that right. I was trying to remember. Wait, there was a fight. There was, I was talking to Champ. Like nobody got right. I don't think anybody got the Tony Yoka first round. I don't think anyone got Josh Taylor first round either.
Yeah.
What's up, fam? Yeah. What's up, fam?
What's up, gang? What's good? How you like them fights last night?
Oh man, it was a great way to bring back boxing after the pandemic, man. I loved it, bro. Starting from the day before with Tony Yoka. I bet on the fight. I lost because I bet that it would go a lot longer. Because that guy was durable. He fought against Wilder and a few other guys with big punches, and he stood up there. But Tony Yoka, man, he's a specimen, bro. As far as a heavyweight boxer, I think his skills is up there with some of the best. Back to the Charlos, man, I was totally impressed. Totally happy with the whole card, starting with Brandon Figueroa. I mean, this card was just amazing. My money was well spent. I'm excited about boxing now. Boxing is back after the pandemic. Charlo's Lions only, man. Look, bro, let's see some more good fights from these guys, bro. Triple G. I want to see Derevyanchenko fight some more now, bro. I want to see the Banana fight some more, man. Banana, just the way his punches come off, man, it's like the power that he has, man. I thought he was going to catch Jermell behind the head or behind the ear because Jermell was kind of ducking and getting caught behind the head a lot.
Yeah, he did catch him behind there a couple of times. I mean, it was inadvertent rabbit punches, but he did. That just tell you how tough. Look at this dude's chin, bro. Look at Jermell's chin. Jamal's the same way. These dudes have chins that say "punch me." They got those broad thick chins, bro. Right?
Yeah, man.
And those guys' legs. You see Jermell and Jamal's legs, and they got those big ass legs. You know, a lot of that power come from legs, man. Like,
they're
man,
athletes, bro. They're athletes. And Derrick James, he's doing wonders, bro. I really think, to me, I think Jermell. I'm not sure who's the better boxer now, man, because Jermall is so patient, bro. You know, he's kind of. I was thinking he was a little flat-footed, but he's so patient, bro. He got a wide stance, bro. He's always ready to hit you with a power shot. I mean, I just love it, bro. I don't think they're ready right now for Canelo.
nah.
But if you watch them, bro, every fight they get better. They're getting better with time. So, you know, in about 3 more years, you know, when they're about 33, they all around the same age. Canelo around the same age as them. I think it's gonna be, you know, 50-50 in 3 more years, bro.
Yeah, it could be because Canelo would have sustained more wear and tear.
Exactly.
20-something fights ahead of them now, right?
Yeah.
He's already 20-something fights ahead. He started his professional career at the age of 15. So I wouldn't really argue that. Like, yeah, he's only 33, but he has wear and tear on him as if he's like 36. So it would be like a 33-year-old facing a 36-year-old, essentially because of the wear and tear factor, right?
Right.
So yeah, I couldn't. This is what the complaint that these freaking Floyd Mayweather haters have with the Pacquiao, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to hear the fucking aging out shit. I get that Pacquiao has a lot more travel miles on him, but I'm not trying to hear no Floyd aged him out when number one, Floyd's older than him, and that motherfucker's a current champion. Get the fuck out of here with this aging out shit, bro. He didn't age him out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that.
The only problem is I think Canelo's style is better suited at this point after the Floyd fight. He's a lot more defensively responsible than both Charlos. So it's hard to know how they're going to last in 3 years given their style.
Well, in light of the opponents that are available, who's there to beat them down like that? Andrade? Even if, like I said last night, even if Demetrius Andrade won against Jermall, even if he won against Jermall Charlo, it would be on the scorecards. And those pity pat punches he throw ain't gonna do no damage to Charlo. He's not gonna damage Charlo. He would move around, run half the time, and outscore him if he could beat Charlo. That's how he would beat him. If he could beat Charlo. I don't pick Demetrius Andrade over Charlo. I'm not convinced of Demetrius Andrade. And that is the fight that I would rather see Charlo in next. Demetrius Andrade. You could go in there and beat a Derevyanchenko. You could beat Demetrius Andrade. I think Derevyanchenko beats Demetrius Andrade. Why that motherfucker didn't want to fight him.
I agree. Look, Derevyanchenko is a monster, bro. This cat, he keep coming, bro. He keep coming. And like you guys said before, when he got knocked down, bro, that was like flash knockdown, off balance type. And you could almost see when Charlo hit him, he got him off balance. He just didn't go down. Derevyanchenko is a monster, bro. I like the kid.
Now, let's talk about this right quick. Finesse, I'm not with that yet. Now, Stu had a good showing against an old fucking journeyman and do hoppers. He's 8-7 now. Bro, he's 8-7, Tony Yoka.
Hey, that's why I disagree, D. Jeff. I disagree, D. Jeff. Tony Yoka, bro. Tony Yoka, I think he's like 28, 29 years old. His boxing skills, from what I can see, is amazing. His record is he don't have many fights. I think he got into a little bit of trouble with some vitamins or something.
No, he just missed the test. He wasn't there. He didn't piss dirty. He just missed the test.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He missed a few tests, like 3 tests or something like that. The kid is nice, bro. The kid already in the amateurs, I think he beat up a few former champions in heavyweight, like the guy from Australia or New Zealand. What's his name? What's the guy from New Zealand who had the belt? Parker. He beat up Parker
in the amateurs.
Yeah. He beat up a few guys, man. I think he destroyed Dillian White, bro. I really do.
I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight Hergovich.
I was going to say something. Hold on. That game, fucking Artur Beterbiev beat Alexander Usyk in the amateurs. Do you think he beats him now?
They're different weight classes.
I don't start that shit. He beat up.
Well, I mean, Artur. I think. No, I think
who wins?
I think Alexander Usyk could get him. Alexander Usyk is just on a different level right now. I think.
That's why I don't put too much into the amateurs. What you do in the amateurs don't got a goddamn thing to do with what happens in the pros. Regis Prograis, Errol Spence, 2 very close fights in the amateurs. Do you think Prograis beats Spence now?
Oh no.
So I don't really fuck who Tony Yoka beat in the amateurs. That's just my point. Fuck the amateurs. This is the pros. That's the amateurs. This dude has fought, and I just pulled it up because I already admitted I don't know much about Yoka. Michael Wallish, Alexander Demirchenko, David fucking Allen, whoop-de-doo. Surreal Leonette, Ali Bachhaus, Jonathan Rice, and Travis Clark. Like, who the fuck are these guys? So what do I see to just tell me that he's beating Dillian White? And definitely, he can give Povetkin problems. So I agree with that, Boxing Finesse. He can give Povetkin problems. But I'm not putting Yoka. I'm picking White and Povetkin over Yoka at this point. Because with the 8 fights, and Duhaupas being the last one, oh, sir. No, sir, I'm not giving him. These guys are in the top 5 of the heavyweight division. Tony Yoka's a prospect. So, I mean, let's see Tony Yoka in there with Dubois, Philippe Hergovich, Joe Doyce before we start.
No, I wouldn't. He already. I wouldn't put him against Dubois. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I got Dubois beating Dillian White, bro. I don't. You don't have Dubois. You don't have Dubois beating Dillian White.
No, and I think it's going to be interesting to see if he can make it past Joe Doyce. And I'm not the only one. Boxing Beats and Rhymes knows this sport very well. He's picking Joe Doyce.
I got Joe Joyce beating Dillian White. I got Joe Joyce beating Dillian White.
So, is there a prospect that you have Dillian White beating? Who do you think Dillian White can beat? Do you think Dillian White could beat Ruiz or Ortiz?
It's not a prospect.
No, I'm just wondering. That was a 2-part question. Sorry. Which prospect, and also, do you think he can beat those other guys up there?
I think that Dillian White has every chance to beat Ortiz, as Ortiz has to beat Dillian White. I think Dillian White has every chance to beat Andy Ruiz, as Andy Ruiz does to beat Dillian White. Dillian White's already beaten Oscar Rivas. Let's see Yoka get in there with Oscar Rivas first. Let's see him get in there.
They fought, but it's in the amateur.
Let's see him get in there with Brandon Jennings, a guy who can actually box. Let's see him get in there with Jennings. Like, I cannot give Yoka all of this credit over a fucking Duhaupas demolishing. He demolished Duhaupas. Great fight, great showing, but it was fucking Duhaupas.
Yeah, so he fought. They fought, but not like as a pro, or like like maybe World Series of Boxing or something like that. But it was a boring ass fight, Rivas and Yoka.
So who won the fight, Rivas or Yoka?
Yoka, it wasn't close. Yeah, that's when I didn't think Rivas was going to beat Dillian White, but I also didn't think that he was. I was surprised that he dropped him, but I didn't think he was going to beat Brandon Jennings, and he wasn't. Jennings was whooping that ass, and just he got knocked out in the 12th.
Well, I know one thing. At least we have something to look forward to in another heavyweight. Tony Yoka is going to be in the mix, and it's going to be exciting, bro. I want to see him fight. Some of the guys you just named right now, and not, not back then, but now, because people change. So yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see more from the kid. Like, Jared Anderson, that young kid. Who is he with? Top Rank.
The new big baby.
Yeah, big baby.
Quick.
Yeah, I would like to see him fight Yoka. Now, I think Yoka's a better boxer than Anderson at this time, but let's see. Anderson's showing me some good things right now.
See, Yoka, I had real high hopes for him. He came over to Virgil, but then Virgil got sick. And then he was a young man out enjoying his life, not showing up to, not saying where he's supposed to be, missing drug tests and whatever. So he just hasn't progressed. But yeah, I like the kid, but Duhaupas has been historically rugged. He took a ton of shots from juiced up the original big baby. And, Wilder was teeing off on that dude, and he ended on his feet. It was TKO, but it was on his feet, right?
And Povetkin,
I didn't see it one round. I didn't see one round. I didn't see that.
He stood up against Povetkin for a while too. So, I mean, Duhaupas, he got a chin, and to get stopped in the first round like that, bro, it showed me that Tony Yoka has a little power, man. He got something. He's working with a little something.
All right, y'all check this out. So, what did we say about? And I've heard multiple people say this. What have we said about Dillian White? He took that knockout by Joshua. He just came and took that knockout by Povetkin. So now that's working on that chin. How many fucking knockouts have Duhaupas taken? Look at the punishment he took from Deontay Wilder. And he's old. And he's a journeyman. His chin has been cracked up already. So Yoka,
that's all true.
But it's been cracked up already.
Yeah, that's all true.
That's shit, bro.
That's all true.
I want to see more from him than a Duhaupas goddamn performance to say that he's gonna beat top 5 guys. Dillian White, Povetkin are top 5 guys, and I ain't seen enough from an 8-7 Tony Yoka, which the 7, the best may be Duhaupas. This is where I'm at with Yoka, like, and it may just be me because, admittedly, I've not seen enough of the kid, not amateurs or pro, so it may just be me. Maybe I need to go take a better look at him and give him the eye test, so to speak, because I can't even assess the eye test because I've not seen much of Yoka besides this some clips and this Duhaupas fight. That's actually all I've seen of this kid. I've not seen any of his amateur work. I've heard some stories. I like the way he moves. I was doing some film study on him, and who was that fight? Let me see. I'll give you this guy's name. I was looking at him fight. Oh, that dude Jonathan Rice, which was one of his earlier fights. And the guy went 6 rounds with him. Like, Yoka went 6 rounds with this dude, Rice.
Yeah, I've never been impressed with Yoka's. I've never been impressed with Yoka's power. He's a big dude, and he's young. He's a little flabby. Whatever. He's cool. I want that whole list. I'm right where you are when it comes to his development. Dubois, Joyce, Hergovic, that kind of thing. But I'm also where I'm sorry, I don't know your names, bro. I've never been a character. But who is it?
Dead Game Boxing. Dead Game Boxing.
Dead Game Boxing. Smoke. Pleasure to chop it up with you. But I am with you when it comes to I'm not very high on Dillian White at all. I don't think it's a 50-50 fight with Ruiz or Ortiz. I think I think both those guys beat him.
Yeah, well, I'm with unbiased. I see that comment. I'm not crowning him too early though. But Boxing Finesse, what the hell did I say this hating on Yoka, fam? I don't get it. This is a guy with 8 fights in the pro. 8 fights. What the the hell did I say up here that says that I'm hating on Yoka? That game smoke. Did y'all hear me say shit like I'm hating on Yoka?
No,
Nah,
I got Teofimo Lopez 7 fights, maybe like 7 fights into his career, and he didn't challenge for a title for another 2 years.
I don't like people use words like hating, exposed, and they use that shit too lightly, bro. You can't even give your true opinion about a guy, and then you being called a hater. I don't get it. The dude has 8 fights on the professional level, and what's one of those fights are in the top 20?
none of them, but
so how
not
the
one.
fuck am I hating on this dude? He ain't fought one fight at the pro level in the top fucking 20. And I say I'm not convinced and I'm hating?
No, it's just because he's fought some real big names in the amateur. He's a silver medalist, I think. Like he medaled. I think he's got the silver. I'm not quite sure where it is. But he also fought a bunch of big names that went on to do something in the pros.
So did a lot of pros. There was a lot of pros that fought some big names in the amateurs and came to the pros and got completely washed. We've known that.
I mean, pretty much all we can say about Tony is that he looks promising. That's it.
That's it. Eye test is all we have. But that's like I said about Rosario last night. The eye test on this king was good. But when you step up the level of competition and you're not just able to go in there and have your way like you was with a fucking Duhopis, you see a different story. You see a different fighter. And then these same guys who praise him on this level will come back and say, well, he wasn't fighting like himself. No, he was fighting like himself against higher level competition now. That's what it is. And they didn't let him do what you've seen him do against lower level competition. Look, guys, like Jerron in his boots. It's good to look like that against guys who can't give you that opposition that you need to prove yourself. So it's good to see Jerron in his boots. The eye test with Jerron in his boots, great. Who the fuck has he fought? Who has he fought? That's the thing that I'm talking about. Who the fuck has he fought? Tony Yoka has fought absolutely no one. So I'm with unbiased. This statement right there. I'm not crowning him early though. I'm not. Like he looks promising. He passes the eye test. Now let's see that eye test against somebody who's going to throw back, who's going to keep their head moving. Let's see that. He's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
What happens when he steps in there with Alexander Usyk that's going to move on him? Because this is just Tony Yoka ain't no super power puncher. And I believe
he can move. Yoka can move. Yoka can move, and he does have a snap. He does have power, bro.
I know he's not a power puncher is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he don't have power. I said he's not. And again, even if we rate his power, who are we rating it against? What guy with a solid chin has he been up in there with? What guy?
The thing about this last fight, the reason why I lost money, because I thought it was going to go a lot longer. It was a 10-round or a 10-round fight, and this guy he fought against is real durable. He is old, and he has a lot of damage, but I was not thinking first round, bro. And that's what really made me really look at him. He's promising, bro. That's about it. And that just lets you know the heavyweight division, it's gonna be great, man. We got some young guys coming up. It's gonna be interesting.
Also, this whole COVID thing, I gotta say, it's hard to figure out what fighter you're gonna see on the night, right? It's like some of these guys, especially like the seasoned, the seasoned ones, they're used to fighting in front of crowds at this point. And it just seems like the energy level, it hasn't been the same for me. Like that's what was impressive about the PBC card to me, actually, is the level of effort those guys put in. And the fact that there wasn't any crowd didn't distract from the actual intensity in the ring, or the intensity the fighters brought to the fight. It was like a breath of fresh air. But just Duhopis, like you said, he's old. I don't know what he looked like. Like he might have been chilling. I don't know. It's hard to say. I didn't think he was going to be a 1-round knockout, but I'm not all of a sudden thinking Tony Yoka has power either.
Yeah. Hey, who's the other guy? I don't know him. What's his name?
Get the smoke. Let's smoke.
Get the smoke. I got a question for you. Get the smoke.
Yeah, man.
Other than Charlo, who do you think Banana? I mean, I don't see anybody really running up to fight Banana right now, bro. Who do you think?
No. He's all risk, no reward.
Yeah, man. I mean, this guy, I think, bro, it's gonna be hard for him to even get a good fight now. This guy has tremendous power. Now, that body shot, maybe that could have been something that might have got exposed. Maybe he might have a little issue with the body. I just think that jab was just perfectly placed and just caught him at the right time. That just sucked everything out of him.
And he was coming into it. He was coming into it.
Right. Yeah. And but as far as 154, man, who is gonna beat this guy, bro?
Nah, man, and that way he was the way, the ease and the timing of that jab was a beautiful sight off of Banana last night. I was like, God damn. I thought at a certain point I was thinking that Banana was gonna catch him because of the way it seemed like Charlo was having problems negotiating that jab. And yeah, dude's big, he's strong, he's got power. You're in for a rough night. You're not gonna look good the whole fight. Dude speaks Spanish, so you can't really promote the fight. Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna get fights.
He's like another you guys. He can't speak the language. He's not really appealing to the fans. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're not gonna look good fighting him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Well, I do agree with that game. Yeah, who beats him? He's already taken out J-Rock. I think it's a safe assumption. Will be a pretty decent fight with Jarrett Hurd too, to tell you the truth, because Jarrett Hurd could take a lot of punishments. He's big as hell. He's gonna have the reach and length over him. And here's another thing. Say what you want about Jarrett Hurd, but Banana likes to come on the inside. And that short, swift uppercut Jarrett Hurd throws with Banana's defensive irresponsibilities, it's an interesting fight. Because that inside uppercut that Jarrett Hurd throws, first that hurts guys. And Banana, his defense is his problem. Look, he got stopped to upstairs by Gallimore, who's not the biggest puncher. And again, I understand he didn't have a training camp, whatever. And he gets stopped by Jermell Charlo to the body. And it was a straight, punch, not one of these blinding hooks. It was a straight punch he stopped him with. So I question his midsection. Is that hardware tough enough? Right?
He did take a few hooks from Charlo to the body, though. I just think that jab, I think it was just the right punch at the right time. Because he did take a few body punches from Charlo, and he just kept coming straight, bro. I think, the one thing I don't like what Charlo was doing, the way he was ducking, he was wide open for that behind the ear shot, and he was getting hit with it all night, bro. I thought he was gonna catch him and catch that equilibrium, bro, because the kid, just the way you could tell the power is in his licks, bro, just the way it comes out, But Charlo, man, I
think his power is overrated, bro.
Bananas?
And I said it before the Charlo fight. I think his power is overrated. I ain't even gonna lie. I think people putting too much into his power, and a lot of people thought that he was gonna beat Charlo, a lot of these motherfuckers won't come up here and say it now, but it was people that thought that he was gonna beat Charlo, and it was their main reason because he got power and he's aggressive. And I'm like, bro, the Charlo's head, those guys' heads are made of fucking kilted clay. You know what I mean? That's this fucking clay on the top of their neck. That's what you fucking hitting. I don't care if you hit them behind the head, on the chin, where you hit those guys, they eating a lot of shot. Both of those damn Charlos. And so everybody talking about bananas power, bananas power. Bananas power became a talk after a Chinny J-Rock fight. Let's be honest, bro. And everybody he knocked out prior to J-Rock, go look it up, was a C-level fighter at best. Where did we get all of this concussive extraordinary power from?
Hey, D, you think Lubin will catch him?
Banana?
Yeah.
No, I think Lubin's chin is suspect and Banana stops him. No, I will say if Lubin catches him, he could put him away, especially to the body, because now I think the dude's weak. He's soft downstairs. So I think, that's an interesting fight there, gang. You got a guy with a body that I think is kind of soft. You got a guy with a shaky chin. And both of them have good pop. I'll say they both got good pop. All of this extraordinary and all of this extra shit with the power punches. Nah, bro. I ain't feeling it yet. I ain't feeling it yet. Because he came in there. Okay, so let me say it like this. The guy with extraordinary power that goes in there, the guy with a good chin, then you're going to see it. When he got in there with a guy with a good chin like Jermell, and he gets stopped. J-Rock had no good chin, and he had no heart. So we definitely not going to question Charlo's heart. Neither. J-Rock didn't have that. As soon as Banana popped him good, his demeanor changed totally in that fight. He was on the run after Charlo went on the run after he got popped, and Rosario popped him good a few times. So now let's think about Rosario's mental from this point forward. I can't take a body shot like that again. He already doesn't have the best defense. And a lot of those hooks he was throwing, his hand was way down here or out of the way. Now he's probably going to start tucking those arms, which means what? Going to leave himself open upstairs. Right? I'm convinced, man.
How good is the other champion? Golden Boy champion. The last champion. I don't know the guy.
You talking Casimero?
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen a couple of fights of him. I was saying earlier when I was at the laundromat that Charlo walks through fucking Castano. Not Castano, Textera. I don't think he walks through Castano. I think he beats Castano as well. But Textera's getting ready to lose his belt. Castano's going to beat Textera up. He's going to take that belt. And he's PBC, so we could potentially see Jermell Charlo 4-belt undisputed with the lineal. It's the exact same thing that Bud gets all of this fucking praise and respect for at 140. 4-belt undisputed and lineal. All of these fucking Bud nut huggers better give.
I'm one of them. I'm one of the Bud nut huggers. I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm a Bud fan to this day.
Charlo gotta get the same respect from you if he goes 4-belt undisputed with lineal, because that's where Bud gets all his credit from. 40, because he
Charlo got my respect. Charlo has my respect already. I'm just a Bud fan. I just see things that I think other people really don't understand and see. And I think Bud just has to keep beating who's in front of him. I think he's already in the Hall of Fame. In order for anyone at 147 to be undisputed, it has to go through Bud.
Or Spence.
Through Bud.
Or Spence.
I don't see nobody.
They're one and two, fam. And Spence holds more hardware than he does. You're gonna have to go through those guys. It's not just a Bud thing, but don't stand alone. He don't.
Well, if they keep on, what I think is they're not gonna put Bud against. Well, Brooke is a good fighter, Brooke is big and strong.
If I'm a Bud fan, it would be absolutely embarrassing if he lost to Kell Brook. That's how I look at that. If he lost to Kell Brook, it would be fucking embarrassing. I don't give Kell Brook a chance against Bud Crawford. I think Bud is gonna mop him up in either a masterclass or fucking stop him. It's gonna be a one-sided fight. That's how I look at this Brook fight. And if he was to get beaten by Kell Brook, it would be fucking embarrassing. That's how I look at this Brook fight.
It's kind of embarrassing that he's fighting him in the first place.
To be honest,
wait,
I agree with
no.
that.
Why you say that? No, I don't agree with that.
Fight.
Why?
Because
why say that?
Let me give him my Smoke, and then you can go. I'm gonna tell you why I say it, because I agree with Smoke. So I'll tell you why I say it. Brook, when Errol Spence fought Brook, he got minimum credit. Brook was beaten down. He had to drain down. He already had his eye socket broken. Brook was a shell of himself. This is all the bullshit we heard when he fought Spence, and that was 3 fucking years ago. He has not been impressive in the 3 years. And also, he would have to drain down again. Also, not only now is it one eye socket broken, it was both eye sockets broken. So his whole fucking face is mashed up. And if he was talked about back then, 3 fucking years ago, what the fuck is the difference now? Because he's 3 years older, and to me, he's on the level of fucking Khan right now. That's the best fight for him. It would be absolutely worthless and embarrassing if Bud was to lose to him. That's my take. What's your take, Smoke?
Right. Yeah. Why it is embarrassing for him to be fighting him in the first place? Besides, everything you said about Kell Brook and his injuries and, how they discounted Spence, he has not been impressive really at 154. He hasn't really fought anybody there to make any interest in who he fights next. But that's just the Kell Brook side of it. The other part of it is the way this fight was couched. Bob Arum said, if the Pacquiao fight falls through, then we're looking at Thurman, Porter, Ugas, or Brook, right? So out of every single one of those guys, who is it that you don't want to see, right? The only guy who's actually right. So the fact that it seems like there's better fights out there for him, and he's fighting Brook, and the way his promoter couched it, you have Bud himself. The way that he has trash talked all of these fighters, how they're not good enough, how the fighter, he said if the fight was offered to him right now, he would not take the Spence fight because his people would discount it, saying he's coming off of an accident. Who thinks Kell Brook is a legitimate 147 pounder?
Not me.
They said he had trouble making weight 3 years ago, and that factored in to his fight also. So if you're gonna be talking about how people are discounting the guy, he trash talk Ray Robinson, said how many times he's been beat and all that stuff, right? So does Ray Robinson have some kind of has he been beaten significantly more than Kell Brook? I don't think so. You got Sean Porter. You have Keith Thurman going out there looking for a fight. Keith Thurman has only been beaten by Manny Pacquiao, and even that was a split decision, and that was after a long layoff. And he started to come on later on in the fight. What did they say? Did they say, your offer is too high, here's an counter? No. What they said was, you're tripping, you want $10 million, and then shut off negotiations. Then you get Bomac saying, all we want to fight is champions. Kell Brook is nobody's champion. He's nobody's legitimate 147 pounder. He's nobody's better option than Sean Porter or Keith Thurman. All of this because of everybody associated with this team, what they've been talking about, they give you Kell Brook. Meanwhile,
take the car accident away, right, Smoke? Take the car accident away. And we seen Spence prevail 3 years ago. And most Bud fans, and I'm pretty sure including Ed Game, believes Bud beat Spence, okay? They believe that Bud beat Spence. So we see what Spence did to Kell Brook 3 years ago. Before these horrible fights at 154, when he already had problems making weight, what does Spence do to him? Take the car accident out of the way. What does Spence do to him? And we supposed to accept it? Like the list that Bob Arum gave, Pacquiao, Thurman, you guys, Porter, Brook is at the bottom of the fucking barrel. He's at the bottom of the fucking barrel. I want you guys Thurman or Porter. You're talking Brook, and we supposed to celebrate this? Man,
Brook is the
out of here, bro.
but DJ, Brook is the out of all those names you just named, Brook is the only guy that's not on PBC.
He's still the worst level of competition. I don't give a fuck about the politics network. Out of all those names at 147, he is the worst competition. He's better competition than Porter? Fuck no. He's better competition than you guys? Fuck no. He's the worst competition out of these names.
But he beat Porter, and Porter beat Ugas. All right, DJ. You can't do that to me, G. You can't do that, bro.
How
he beat Porter.
Yeah, but none of those guys are Kell Brook.
Their game. How fucking long ago was it that he beat Porter? This is
we can't start
fucking Kell Brook to beat Porter. Nowhere near.
We can't do that, bro. We can't.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait. Dead game. Dead game. All right. So we do know that the last time he fought at 147, right? The last time they said weight was an issue. They said then. Before that, the reason why they moved up there was because he said, I have trouble making weight. That's why he went after the Triple G fight, because 147 was a problem. Like, look at the guys he fought, his biggest fights at 147, Sean Porter, Errol Spence. Both of those guys fought higher than 147 as amateurs. Both of those guys are the biggest dudes at 147. Him coming down, that was 3 years ago. Him trying to come down to 147 now. Let him fight Ugas, and let's see how it works. It's the same thing with Gary Russell a little bit moving up. Fight somebody legitimately at 135 first, and then we'll see about this whole Devin Haney. But at this point, you're just a little dude that don't have a lot of smoke in his glove at the smaller weight classes. And the same thing is for Kell Brook. You're a guy who was at 147. You has been at 147. You already got your ass whipped at 147. And both times you complaining about making weight. The entire time you're there, you're talking about you have a problem making weight. Why are you going to fight a blown up lightweight? And that's supposed to be what? Not embarrassing? Especially since what everyone is saying is Bud is the best welterweight. It's embarrassing.
Not only is he the best welterweight, he's arguably pound for pound king. And we supposed to celebrate a fucking Brook fight? That shit is just as ridiculous to me as the LDBC trying to validate Devin Haney and Gary Russell. You can't validate this fight. It's bullshit.
Listen, right. So the only thing that doesn't take away from Crawford's pound for pound status, number one, is because the guy that Canelo's fighting, he ain't fighting nobody either. So I can't really get on him too bad for Brook, given the level of competition that Canelo's looking at. However, Loma Tio, you got to argue. Theo's younger, he's unproven, but I think that level of competition is much higher than both of those guys, like both Canelo and Crawford. And those are my top three guys mixing it up.
Canelo's my guy. If Lomachenko beats Teofimo, I think he slides to the top of the pound for pound list. And Canelo is my guy. I put him over Crawford and Canelo if he beats Teofimo. Because the argument is those three. Canelo ain't doing a fucking thing right now, whether it be because of politics or whatever. He ain't doing shit. Crawford's getting ready to fight Brook. If Lomachenko beats Teofimo, he's the guy. That's how I see it. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, if they weren't talking so greasy, I don't know why. See, the thing is, Crawford came after the fans for his level of competition, and that's what's embarrassing about it. It's really their attitude. If they had just been straight up with the people, yeah, we're building a fight. It's not big enough yet. If he would be like, yeah, Sean Porter, I don't want to fight with no crowds. Keith Thurman, both of those fights are too big. The fights are too big for me to fight with no crowds. Yeah, cool. Then I'd be like, all right, fine. Brook, I get it. You're saying your pocket. I'll be mad about it. You can say he's making business decisions, but at least he's being real with me, so I know what to expect. This just, bad mouthing good fighters, squelching competitive fights that I'd like to see, and then giving me Kell Brook, who, whatever. Haven't fought at 147 since Flipper got the ick. I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I just feel like Jay Cooley. First off, let me respond to two people. What's up, Jay Cooley? I see y'all there. Hey, you been drinking on the same lean Hefe been drinking on? Because their game and smoke been around me long enough. You don't like to listen. I think sometimes you got too much wax built up in your ears. Motherfucker. And you've been on here when the FA was on here. I have never advocated for Bud Crawford over a fucking year ago. The most argument I had with Unbiased, Red Glove, Black Horseman, all of these guys on the UGC was being a critic of Terrence Crawford. So just shut up with that dumb shit. Cut it out, bro. And now let me go holler at Jay Cooley right quick. With this comment I seen from Jay Cooley. Hold up. My bad, Jay Cooley. Where you at, Jay Cooley? All right, here we go. Wow. How the hell he ducking Bud when he hasn't fought nobody to duck? Man, stop it. I already went over that earlier, and I ain't gonna go over it again. Listen, man, y'all guys gotta be more honest. The fighters that y'all don't like, you know what I mean? You gotta say this. And Jay Cooley, he says Lomachenko been that guy. That's because all of y'all Spence fans hate Bud. Just that simple. That's because all of y'all Spence fans hate Bud. I've actually had Lomachenko 3 for a while. My argument was never Lomachenko Canelo. I've always had Bud and Canelo. Not Lomachenko Canelo, not Lomachenko Bud. I've always been Canelo or Bud. So Lomachenko ain't been that goddamn guy. Not on my book. He's been top 3 consistently. Arguably, you could put him 1 or 2, but I didn't argue for Lomachenko. So he ain't been that guy. Not in my opinion. Man, let's just keep it. Oh, my bad. What's up, champ? I'm getting ready to drop it right now, Flame. My bad, dog.
Hey, DJ, before I'm about to bust out, but what I think it would be a good litmus test to see Brooke and Terrence Crawford, just to see how the fight goes. I really want to see Sean Porter in there with Bud. But I would take that Brooke fight, and I would, I'll pay for that fight. I think Bud will stop him. I need Bud to stop him.
I'm laughing at you, Derek Game. Both of y'all motherfuckers just made me laugh at the same time. I was laughing at Derek Game and Martin Machine. Because Martin Machine said, yup, he is right. He been a Bud hater. Y'all motherfuckers crazy, though. No, I was laughing at you, Derek Game. I actually, Derek Game be spitting some facts, bro. He be dropping some gems. I don't, you know what I mean? I really just only disagree that Bud is validated. But no, I hear you, Derek Game. I hear you.
Hey, I'm gonna drop back. I'm gonna drop back on. The wifey calling me. I'm gonna holler back, man. Y'all peace out, fam.
All right, thanks.
Same thing with me, man.
Thanks for coming through, fam.
Later.
Yeah, I got to do the same thing. My family's actually calling me too. If you're still going, I'll jump back on.
No, I'm getting ready to shut it down. I'm gonna kick it with my man Flame on for a bit and then shut it down and shit.
Peace, man.
All right, thanks, Smoke. What's up, my man Flame on 2-4, man? High school going and shit, fam.
Oh shit, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, everything been good, bro. Everything been good. I was trying to get on early, but I had to charge my other phone up. The stream y'all don't be working on the iPhone. But
oh damn.
Yeah, y'all giving my boy Bud heat, man. I ain't gonna argue any of that, man. I just wanna my only question would be everybody wanna see him fight all these people, but how do these fights happen? Okay, Thurman, because I heard Smoke bring up Thurman. Bro, Thurman a bitch, bro. Let's just be real. Every time somebody got a fight of significance, he want to call them out. But when he did it to Spence, every time Spence had a fight, he did the shit. Nobody said shit. You know, nobody said nothing to call him out on it, but since it's Bud, Bud ducking Thurman. Thurman asked for $10 fucking million, bro. They motherfuckers talking about, like, Smoke talking about why they ain't renegotiate. What the fuck I'm finna renegotiate with somebody coming off of laws that probably ain't even in shape, that's probably already scheduled to fight in January or February, that I probably ain't gonna fight anyway. What's the point of me negotiating with him? I'm the champ. You see what I'm saying? It was fans out here in comment sections making videos actually thinking Bud was ducking Gary Russell. Just keep the shit real. Just say y'all don't like the dude, bro. Like, it's like, okay, everybody's talking about Porter. Porter didn't want that fight. Porter waiting on the Spence rematch. So how is that Bud's fault? Okay, who else you got? Pacquiao. Pacquiao finna fight fucking Conor McGregor.
Oh shit, man.
Yugas just had a fight. You can say how many of these fighters are actually advocating to fight Bud Crawford? None of them. At least Brooke is willing to fight him. Yeah, he coming off you know, he got some lackluster fights, but shit, who else could he fight? If he fought Ray Robinson, he'll get more flack for that shit than this Brooke fight. And months ago, it was people out here actually saying he was ducking Kell Brook. Now that he fighting Kell Brook, they don't want to see the fight now. Oh, it's a bullshit fight. Yeah, Kell Brook ain't no 147 fighter. We know that shit. He wasn't a 147 fighter really when he fought Spence. He went up to 160. But nobody critiqued Spence on that shit. And he didn't really have a time period to really get his shit together, get it tuned up, get acclimated to the weight. None of that shit. Nobody said shit. Bullshit. They thought Spence did the greatest thing ever. Oh, it don't matter about the eye socket injury. It didn't matter that he went up 2 weight classes, got the shit beat out of him, and took Spence the next fight. Nobody said a fucking word. But since this damn is Terrence Crawford, everybody got something to say. Coming off wins. His face probably done healed up by now, so it should be a decent fight. Only problem is the weight with me. Do I want to see the shit? I wouldn't mind seeing it. It's a good little scrap. You know, and let's not act like, you know, everybody's saying he chinny anyway. Brooke got respectable power or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if it actually turned out to be a good fight. That's my thing. Like, it goes both ways. Everybody can't just blame this man like he ain't trying to get the fight. Like, what he's supposed to beg? It ain't nobody out here like, I want Bud. Nobody's saying they want to fight him, bro. And if they do say they want to fight him, they got a fight already lined up, or they waiting for a fight. So we already said if he beat Porter and he don't fight Bud, it's a dub. Okay, now this motherfucker fighting Danny Garcia. They already was agreed to fight anyway. So after this Danny Garcia fight, you may have a mandatory. Boom. You do the mandatory, you gonna fight Porter again. Yo, you talking about a Sean Porter rematch. The Sean Porter rematch should be now.
All right. Now
that's just my point. That's it.
Right.
Like,
now, first off, you've been around me too much, and I've been around you too much, and we've been on a lot of the same channel. So to say nobody said nothing about Spence fighting Brooke,
I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about.
I'll let you rock. Hold on.
Yeah, I ain't talking about you.
When Brooke fought Spence, to say nobody said shit about that, only haters, fam. A lot of people were saying shit about that Brooke win for Spence. You been on with me with IVFP. You was over there on the UGC. You was on a lot of channels with me. A lot of people gave Spence fucking heat about that. It wasn't nobody said shit. Only the fucking haters,
fanboys,
fucking fanboys, is the ones you're talking about. Because Spence fanboys was making those excuses. But haters,
why nobody calling it down the line though?
These are the guys you're talking about. But the real boxing fans, they did give Spence heat. And there's one other thing. You talk about nobody in this. Listen, blood fans now want to dismiss Sean Porter because Sean Porter at first said he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford back then. Well, he's saying he'll fight him now. So fuck all of that. Well, he didn't want to fight Sean Porter back then. So why should Bud fight him now? Why should Bud fight him now? Because he got a fucking worthless Brook fight in front of him. That's why Bud should fight him now.
Sean Porter and Kenny Porter has said they will, and he's what? The fucking mandatory for fucking Terrence Crawford now. So I don't want to
why
hear
the fight? Why they happen?
That's the most valid fight. The fight is the mandatory. The guy Kenny and Sean said, but he's deciding to fight a Brook. We can't say that no more. We could say that shit about Bud that he couldn't have a fight nobody before, but we can't say that. And
so
Sean
he out here. So Porter out here calling out Bud.
What?
So Porter is out here calling out Bud.
Porter been said he'd take the fight, bro. Where you been at? And a lot of
he said he a lot of we already went through this conversation. A lot of boxers say shit.
Hold on for a second, Flame more. Porter and Kenny said they want the fight now. And a lot of these
why though? Why?
Hold on, Flame. Let me get this out. A lot of these fucking Bud fans are making the fucking excuse that when Bud wanted to fight Porter, he turned down the fight. To me, that's irrelevant.
Bro, my opinion on the shit is this. I'm gonna just call it for what it is. The same way they fucking did Spence when Spence was coming up. Bruh,
I said this. I agree with that.
Bro, like when the fights was on the table and they had their belts, they didn't want to fight this motherfucker, bro.
Facts.
Now that they done took an L, I'll fight him now. Why? Why you ain't take the fight when it was available for you to take the fight? You don't have shit that he want.
All of that
so
is fact.
My only thing is like, I want people to like just it could, to me it's both of their fault. But it's like when it come to Bud, it's like everybody just don't like, everybody hate him for what fucking reason? He ain't doing nothing different than the rest of these fighters, bro.
I don't, but that's what makes it worse. Because when Bud was up there, when he first came,
he wanted to fight them when they were champions.
Let me get this shit off, bro. I'm just responding to what you're saying, though. That makes it worse for me. Because I don't want to hear this shit about like the Bud hate for me. I'm just saying that makes it worse. When the guys didn't want to fight, this is all they kept saying. Nobody want to fight him. Nobody want to fight him. That's why he can't prove nothing. So fuck what they wanted to do before. He can prove something now.
He a champion.
And fight Porter because he's a top
like
guy. You're talking about
hold
on, bro. You're talking about fight a champion. The only two champions available is Pacquiao and Spence. There is no more.
But the thing was, bro, they was available. They had their own shit going on, and now that all of a sudden that they lost, it's like they using him as an opportunity for what? Y'all didn't even want the WBO belt.
Dude. Flame on. It's no arguing that shit. But what Bud needs, and what Aaron needs is a good fucking fight for Bud. We can't say because when they had their belts, they didn't want to do this, so no, you don't have to fight them. That still doesn't solve the problem for Bud Crawford and Top Rank. They need a
didn't Porter just fight?
Fight who?
Porter just fought the fucking the white dude, man.
An easy fight with Famella, no damage.
Okay, if Porter really wanted that fight, why would he take that fight? We already know when Bud was about to fight. That's what I'm saying, bro. Them dudes full of shit, bro. Like they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Hold on. I can answer that for you. I can give you your answer for that. Because initially, Porter turned down Crawford. Crawford moved on. Then it came to this point. This will answer your question. Why did he take Formella? Because they agreed to not fight each other. It was a mutual agreement now. So it went from Porter not fighting Bud to them mutually saying, we don't want to fight each other. This is why he fought Formella instead of Bud.
So they both don't want to fight each other.
Hold on, let me finish. Now he's mandatory. Bud needs a fucking valid fight. So now we're at this position. So we cannot keep leaning on guys didn't want to fight him before because that shit is irrelevant. Bud needs a fight now, and Brooke doesn't cover that.
After Brooke, if they don't fight, bro, then hey, it is what it is. I take it as a duck. But it just seemed like when motherfuckers got shit lined up, they call him out, bro. And then when he got to fight, when he don't got to fight, nobody don't be saying shit.
That's haters.
Like that's
first off, Flavor. That is fucking stupid ass haters talking about duck.
I'm not saying shit about no duck. See,
No,
I'm
saying like
that kind of dumb heat. I'm not saying nothing about the duck. What I'm saying is, I'm tired of hearing one man saying nobody wants to fight him. So how can he prove himself? Well, now he has the opportunity to prove himself fighting Porter.
I would, but if he don't after this Brook fight, I say it's a duck. If Porter wants that fight, if Porter's serious about that fight.
The point where Porter proves something, Brook don't prove shit. That's where I'm at. Porter proves something right now. Brook don't prove a damn thing. And it's a perfect situation because Porter is his fucking mandatory. So it's a perfect situation to fight fucking Sean Porter right now. Perfect.
So it's pretty much should happen next.
It should, but they're talking about fighting Brook. And that's why I'm fucking smashing
I'm talking about after Brook.
Again, it should be after Brook, but who knows what'll happen.
Because it really honestly ain't nobody else for about after Brook. I mean, they had to bring him down. So I mean, who else is gonna fight?
Well, why did Bob Arum put Porter on the list if he's just gonna fight Brook? Why did he put him on the list? He should have left.
I don't know. Wishful thinking. I don't know.
Well, he should have. It's not wishful thinking because he got. Listen, that Brook fight ain't time. They don't gotta go that direction. It ain't wishful thinking. He's just fucking man.
Kel Brook ain't
scrap the Brook fight and make the Porter fight right now. Right now.
I thought they already signed for that fight for
I don't
November.
know. If it's been announced, I haven't read that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a done deal. They giving him $2 million. So
well, he's gonna beat Brook up easily, and I don't want to hear shit from nobody. I'm saying it now. I'm saying this shit right now, and why I'm not validating this fight because he's going to beat Brook up easily.
So just he gets no credit.
Jermell Charlo, I didn't say that. He'll get minimum credit. He'll get the same minimum credit that Spence got. Because Spence got minimum credit. So he'll get minimal credit. But
that's fair.
The same shit that I was saying about Jermell Charlo fighting this dude, I don't know what the fuck I see with Rosario having a chance. Charlo's gonna knock him the fuck out. And I was confident about that. That's how confident I am that Brook is gonna get his ass whipped by Crawford. No intrigue for me in this fight. None. Intrigue in the Porter fight. None for Brook. That's what I'm saying.
So he gets credit for Porter.
Same credit Spence got. Why shouldn't he? Spence got credit. Spence got credit, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really directing this shit at you. It's just like some of the shit I read. This guy, I know it's gonna get. It's like anything he does is gonna get downplayed unless you're not a casual. Like
that's just fucking haters. Look at how they trying to downplay Charlos right now. Cause they fucking haters, fam. They trying to
look. Now I ain't gonna lie, bro. I heard y'all talking about that, bro. I gotta say something about that.
Yeah.
Man, look, bro. I bet I lost over $100 last night on that shit. Like I bet, like I ain't bet on Rosario. I did put a little something on Rosario, but it was late. Most of my money went on Charlo to knock him out.
It looks like somebody's eating crow dogs like me.
No, I ain't bet. I didn't bet for Rosario. I didn't think Rosario gonna win, but I bet both ways on certain rounds because they had the prop bets. So I bet for Rosario late, which I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but I just threw a little something on that. That wasn't shit.
Well,
I had Charlo knocking this dude out, and
you gotta get the bun and put the condiments on like I do. You know what I mean? And
I had
crow dogs. You know what I mean?
I had him in 10. I had Charlo in 10 by KO.
I think this is a bet you should have made because I told someone else, my MMA guys, Boston Nick in the building, that you should have picked the fight goes inside the distance. That way, if Charlo knock out, Rosario knock out, you still would have hit. That would have been
see the reason I did it because the round bets, bro, they like say how you said you predicted the 8th. If you would have put 100 on that, you'd have won 1,000. That's why I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking 10. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking, okay. But when I seen him get knocked down, I'm like, bro, this shit gonna go early. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. That motherfucking jab, bro, that shit was suspect as fuck, bro. Like, I'm not saying I didn't think Charlo was gonna win. I had that motherfucker winning. You know what I'm saying? I had him winning like a motherfucker. But I don't know. Maybe dude tried to get his way out the fight. that shit looked as suspect as fuck. Like that's just my opinion. I had Charlo for 10 rounds. I thought it was gonna happen late, you know what I'm saying? But that shit was weird as fuck. Now, as far as Jermall, like I gave him a lot of flack in the past, but you know, I gotta say, like, he the real deal. And he real smart in the ring, and he know how to use his distance. The only time Derek Chico did anything is when he got on the inside. That motherfucker got a good ass jab. He got some good head movement, defense. Now he got busted up a little bit. You know, he got pieced up, but like he won me over. I think for anybody like people saying like he could beat Canelo or he'll get Canelo trouble, I don't think he really gonna take that body shit too good. He looked like he got hurt to the body, which Derek Chico hurts a lot of people to the body.
I gotta take off, guys. Angel, what's good, fam?
Oh well, you know, D, you know, I'm just chilling here, you know, just munching on these crow dogs, you know, and yeah, you know, I'm feeling the shame and the blame, like the flame on here, you know, down here in Florida, and you know, I got, you know, I'm a little $100 lighter, but hey, that's why I mean these crow dogs, you know what I mean? Hey, gotta do what I gotta do. And, but yeah, man, you know, if you was picking Charlo, you're in the know. If you're picking Rosario, then you're kind of slow. But anyway, look, let me tell you this, them Charlos, man, you can't bet against them ever again. You can't.
Nah.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah, man. And I just felt with Jermall, it was a lose-lose situation because I really felt like they was gonna rob the Reverend Chinko if the fight was too close anyway. They was gonna rob him, fam. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Yeah, he took that one though.
Man, anyway, guys, look, I hate to do this, but I gotta shut this shit down. Because I gotta run to the store and shit.
All right, D.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming on, Angel. Flame on.
Yeah, no doubt.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you, man.
No doubt. I'm definitely gonna run a live later, so we can jump on and kick it again. But you know, I gotta run. Got the wifey on my back. I gotta go get some food, dog.
All right, y'all.
It's all good. Now you're playing.
And the stupid internet keep messing up and it's pissing me off. So y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.